Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Starlost Seas. I'm Cryolane. I'm your DM, and this is the party. Look at them all. Look at it. Pulse, are you playing?
I'm playing D&D.
Are you playing Wii Sports Resort?
No, I'm playing. You said are you ready to play D&D? Like you always do. So I'm playing D&D.
It looked like he was speedrunning Let's Go Pikachu.
Oh, I was about to box you in Wii boxing with these.
I also realized I said Wii when that's definitely Joy-Cons from a Nintendo Switch.
My two small Wii controllers.
Yo, you playing on your Game Boy?
I tore my Game Boy in half to be
further
here.
cement my role as the old man of the group every time I talk. Anyways, moving on. Last time on Starlost Seas, we picked up with initiative as we had expected to against Madam Ikora Tithe. And I'll be honest, I flubbed it a little hard. The various creatures summoned around the room didn't do much of anything because I messed up initiative order several times despite having it written in front of me. However, despite that, Madam Tithe still managed to severely injure several members of the party with her various somewhat horrific blood-based abilities before Dolus got the "how do you want to do this?" And as he completely just cut her head clean off, he was left with the haunting phrase of Ikora remembering how much Dolus protects Lotus for next time. Before you guys could really process your victory to sort of enjoy it or figure out what any of that was, while the Starlings were attending to the council and Astronon was helping them, Alora rushed out one of the back doors. You all followed, some of you slower than others. As you entered the caverns of Altairi, you encountered the Empress impaled on a giant spike made of blood. Thanks to the quick intervention of Alora, with the help of a diamond donated by Dolus that he had just pocketed off of Madame Tithe's body, the Empress was saved. Currently, she is being revived as of the end of last session via Raise Dead. All of you kind of had a moment to investigate, try and figure out all that was happening. And again, you were interrupted as the mountain shook. You all rushed out, communicating with Alina, who revealed to you all that multiple dragons were attacking the city of Altairi. As you got outside, you immediately encountered one of them, an ancient red dragon, that with its breath attack, a glancing blow downed Twink, almost killing him, before a quick intervention by Hush led to him being healed and brought up. You all rushed off to the ship, Lotus and Dolus taking a detour through the courtyard of the Great Lift, where you saw Alina and Atronon engaging the second of these two dragons, an ancient blue dragon. You left Alina with Atronon so that you all could go prepare the ship while she aided him in combat. And Twink decided that now was finally the time. It was time to use the railgun. So, with coordination from the entire team, you all broke loose the chains that were being used to impound your airship and rapidly pulled your way out of the airship landing, gaining the attention of the Red Dragon before you lined up your first shot and almost perfectly blew a hole through this thing's chest. It did not die from one shot, but you did not have enough time to reload before it came back to try again. Luckily, Hush pulled out a very, very clutch banishment just before it breathed fire over the top deck in what would have likely, we know this because we did the math after session, killed at least one, if not more, members of the party.
We would have done enough to Oko me.
Just a little bit. But yes, with that moment of sort of breath to happen, as well as the blue dragon banished by Alina for another moment of brevity, you all had time to prepare, and as the red dragon returned, Twink fired the second round out of the railgun and killed it. The blue dragon returned from its banishment and was finished off by the combined powers of Atronon, Fagin, and Aster, the member of the Altairi Quintet who you had previously saved. You all had your moment to breathe, finally, after, to be honest, this all has happened over the course of 30, 40 minutes at most. It has been less than an hour since you walked into that council chamber, and you have killed a Starlost, saved an Empress, and killed a dragon. And so we ended with the airship returning to the airship landing. We are going to pick back up as all of you are escorted up the Great Lift. It is still functional, although there is large amounts of cosmetic damage that has now been done to it.
As we look out onto the scene of the raised city,
You get
do
3
we get
temp
a
HP.
point? Do we get 3 temp HP? Let's go.
I am going to say, as you all look out for the first time ever, you are all going to get a point of inspiration.
No shot! I love this lift, dude.
Did excellently last time. You all had great role play. You all contributed very well to the defeat of the dragons. So everybody is going to have a point of inspiration that you may
I
use
love
moving
this
forward.
lift, dude. We can just spend the session going up and down. Maybe we can level up a couple times.
Crow, how's that work for the twins? Did they both get
It's
it?
actually a magic lift. And they share a point of inspiration the same way they share a body.
Got it. Dope.
So if one of them uses it, the other one has lost it as well.
Yeah, I figured.
Sick.
I just wanted to make sure that it wouldn't be something where it's like, you could only use that point of inspiration as Doc.
Yeah, so you guys are looking down at mid-tier, which currently you are definitely aware that there are hundreds of guards rushing to the corpses of these dragons, as well as trying to quell the fires throughout the city and triage all of the thousands of injured. This is, as I've said several times over the last few sessions, this is the biggest city on the planet. So even if a small percentage of it was just destroyed, that is still thousands of people dead.
I was gonna point over at Twink. Like, do you think a lot of people died?
Yes.
But we saved a lot of people technically, right?
After it killed a lot of people.
How should I feel right now?
Lucky you're alive.
So good?
If you think lucky means good, then sure.
He just gives a little smile and looks off at the dragon. It's like, Dilla said I can have one of its scales.
What? Did you say that to me?
Yeah.
What? He said what?
Dilla said I can have one of its scales. I'm going to take one of its scales as like a tribute. I banished it.
Say that. Please don't run up to that and take a scale.
Oh, how are we going to get the scale then?
We'll ask for it later. Please do not, during the middle of the city being on fire, go peel scales off of a dead dragon. Please, I'm begging you.
I was going to, but now that you told me not to, I won't.
All right, we will get you one later.
Okay.
Perfect.
Loot that body.
Loot that body.
Was that a group conversation or just
No, it was
y'all
just
two?
Twink and
Just
Hush.
Twink.
Okay.
You guys have been joined on the lift by Delilah, who has kind of been like, what the fuck is happening, since she was woken up from a nap by the railgun. And so she followed you all to the lift, where she is now sort of standing cross-armed.
I'll peek over like
Glaring
every
at-
now and again, but like as soon as we make eye contact, I'll look away.
Just- the rest of the members are still down on the ship, currently doing various repairs.
If Delilah comes up and she's like, "What happened?" I just like
Yeah,
the whole crew
Delilah was
just points.
schlump this entire time. That's the only way she didn't just nuke those things.
Just
taking a
everyone
nap.
pointing silently.
Also, the whole dragon things, like you can time it thanks to banishment. All that shit with the dragons happened in like a minute and 20 seconds. By the time Delilah was up and on top deck, it was dead. Very impressive, return on the time there.
We did that.
We have so much shit to tell her about.
You guys get to the top of the lift. This courtyard is even more fucked than when you guys got in the fight here. Chunks of tile are ripped up. An entire building is just gone off to the north side. Lotus, you would know that it was the building you saw Atronon and that dragon fighting on top of earlier. And in the courtyard, as people are rushing about, there are mechs helping move big chunks of rubble. There are guards. You see a few starlings scattered about. Atronon and Fagin are currently talking with a bunch of guards, as Aster is just quietly fixing some trees that clearly got destroyed in combat.
This should just go to show the people of Altair, there's always a greater evil than us. So
This time it was
be grateful.
Yeah. Get ratioed.
The next time someone gets pissed off at us, it'll be a Tarrasque.
Yeah. Look at what happens. We
Let
show
some of
up,
those
we
three
cause a
worms.
little issue, and then a bigger issue shows up, and we fix that issue.
I think they
Literally
want us.
Twink's life to this point.
I think they want us to just stop showing up. I think.
Stay on your island, please.
It's really what Lorelai said. It's just everywhere you guys go, it's fucked.
Yeah. I mean, if you guys approach the Hold Masters, they'll talk to you. They're
Well, I mean,
not
of
actively,
course,
Yeah.
of course, we're definitely.
So you guys kind of walk up and get their attention. Fagin steps aside first as Atronon keeps talking to the dude, and he just... Well,
That was awesome.
No, it
The
wasn't.
dragon, we
That
killed
was
him.
not awesome
No,
in
we
any way,
just-
shape, or form. Thousands of people just died.
And we just saved thousands more.
Don't call that awesome.
it was successful.
Fortunate. It was fortunate.
Yes.
It was lucky.
Yes.
It was a lot of quick thinking. Thank you all for handling the red one.
I saw you jump onto the other one. When Astrid did like the big vines and then you jumped onto it and started stabbing it.
You killed that one?
Well, technically, Atronon got the killing blow, but I did plenty of work. It's not my first time fighting a dragon.
Well, makes sense.
Yeah,
I mean, you
well,
did
I'm
summon
kind
the
of famous-
avatar of Tiamat.
Yeah, and I'm kind of famous for helping kill a dragon lich.
That's a good.
That wasn't the first dragon either, but it was the worst one.
Who is this
I mean,
guy?
that one's he's
This is Fagin. He's
Yeah.
a Hold Master.
Have you guys not met?
Doc, who is definitely upset. I realize that like Doc is definitely like obsessed with these stories. Like he read about like all these mythical creatures and shit like that. I don't know why he's had a very middling reaction to Fagin when this is like meeting a real life superhero. So Doc turns to
Captain
Hush and he's like,
America.
I can tell you all about it when we get back on the ship.
I appreciate the mentality. I'll be happy to share stories. I don't think I'm getting back on your ship. Ever. Like ever.
Hush is just pointing at Fagin, like with this face. You were right.
Anyways, what do we do?
Okay, quick rundown. Whole city's in a pretty big pile of chaos right now. Atronon is working up here. Alora is sending people where they need to go from the capital, but she's currently stuck in the Empress's quarters, making her not dead anymore.
Maybe don't say that so loud.
She was speared on a spike of blood. I'm pretty sure they know down in the mid-tier.
But no reason to progress it farther.
Also, I'm pretty sure no one is listening to us because the courtyard is on fire.
Yeah, fair point.
Yeah.
The academy is gone. It is destroyed.
Oh, thank God.
I mean, one of the greatest repositories for magical knowledge in the entire planet.
Didn't
They
one
were
of
a
your
bunch of
friends
stuck-up
work
pricks.
there?
Huh?
Didn't one of your friends work there?
They were a bunch of stuck-up pricks.
All right.
Wasn't he the one that was like, "Don't think this is cool because we killed a lot of people died"?
Alina in the corner, just like, I went to the academy.
Hat pat.
What can we do to help?
Right now, the ice witch can probably go around putting out fires. If any of the rest of you have water magic, that would be helpful. Birds,
I could put out fires.
know you're fast, and messengers are really useful in this kind of bullshit.
Doc,
Ironic, considering you came here and we told you to hide the wings.
Yeah, Doc, can you start helping clear the rubble, find survivors?
Yeah, I got it.
You points at Hush.
Yeah.
You have the big hand.
Mm-hmm.
Can you help him with the big hand? Like, points to Doc. the rubble clearing.
No.
Right. Casters. Limits. Got it.
Yeah. Sorry. I can put out fires. And I'm also
okay,
good
go
at
do that.
sending
Go-
messages.
Go put out fires.
Can you provide Can you provide running water and?
There is running water under every city street. Find a grate. It might be sewage. At this point, it's better than fire.
Can you get people out of the way?
You can get them out of the way by saying, get out of the way.
True.
If they
So
are
start
still in the
walking out.
active fire, then sewage is still better.
What messages are we sending and to whom?
Well, Atronon's probably going to have something any second now. I would love to hear from anyone down in low tier about when and how the dragons showed up. So if one of you could fly to the big city gate, dead center out there. Shit. He breaches, he pulls out his badge. If I give you this, they'll probably listen to you. And what the?
Laura.
No, that's not how that works.
He puts his away and he's like, I'm not letting you collect these.
Okay,
I'm
well,
not
can I
collecting
have the
them.
other one then? If we're splitting up and
Okay, that's fair. He gives you his.
Oh,
No,
wait.
I never said I was collecting them. But I'm just
you sort of implied it.
You also introduce yourself as Alora.
because he clearly knows I'm not Alora.
I don't know.
I was making a
It's
joke.
pretty
Please
convincing.
laugh.
It's pretty. Is it,
Aha!
I
Is it
can
supposed to be
help
funny?
with the rebel.
You can help with the rubble?
Yes, I have a thing that I can do. I'll be good. I can help with the rebel. I just thought about it.
You
Me and
help with whatever is going to work best for you.
I can do it.
Twink, what is your what's your best?
Well, I just need to get a hold of my people.
Okay, I can find you a royal caster with messaging if none of your people can do it
And
right
I'll
now.
need can you or Atronon speak on behalf of the city at the moment?
Astronaut, do you want to be a public representative today? And Astronaut just looks at him. He's like interrupts his conversation with a guard. He's like going over like rescue stuff. He looks up at Fagin and he just goes, And goes back to instructions. Things like, yeah, sure. What do you need?
I need to know how many people you need to replace, because I can take people on the island. I can also send builders.
Twink, I appreciate the offer. I know you're an awesome artificer. This city has more than enough resources for repairs and for taking a few people to other homes.
Thousands?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll, if anything comes up that I need any kind of specialists, I'll let you know. I know you got lots of artificers.
Sounds like you got a whole academy to rebuild. All right, well, I'll go find something.
Maybe you should just like add an addendum to whatever reports are being done that Twinktania offers its aid.
That is something I can do. Oh, reports. Oh, I'm gonna have to fill out so many reports.
Oh, yeah, Astronauts not doing it.
All right.
He's
Hush.
filling out his own report. You are filling out your own report. So he goes back talking to Adranon.
We're on rescue duty. Let's clean up. Aldrich, eyes in the sky.
I have something new that I can do.
Oh boy, what you doing?
Are we heading down to go clean up rubble?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll follow you two first as you go to clear rubble.
Aldrich is gonna. I want him to keep an eye out to see if there's anybody currently trapped, so that we know where to prioritize.
Okay. I'll make a perception check as Aldrich.
Sick.
Okay. He's definitely able to find some people. Not too far, actually. Just maybe 2 minutes walk.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
We're gonna go finish the job.
Oh
Beat him up.
By the way, Crab, just so you know, I will be using my artificer skills and my investigation skills to find out which buildings aren't stable enough and clearing the areas.
Gotcha. Okay.
Ones that were structurally damaged that won't hold.
Perfect. How are you guys? How are you first two? How is the triage crew going to get people out of rubble?
I send over to Twink and Doc, and I'm like, which one? Are there people in this one?
There would be people in the one that you guys are at.
Yeah.
I don't have spell slots for this, but because it is a sorcerer spell, or a psionic sorcerer spell, I can do it through sorcery points. Hushlik, he starts to float and the halo goes around his head, and then a wave of purple energy just fills the area. I'm gonna cast telekinesis.
Let's go.
And I can move as my action, each of my actions, 1,000 pounds. And he starts lifting up rocks with his hands as they lift with him and moving over.
So I guess in this case, Doc is prioritizing the people and less so. Granted, he would have to brute force lift a lot of these things because he doesn't have movie spells.
I was gonna say it's like Doc, you roll up your sleeves and you're getting ready to start hefting rubble out of the way, and Hush is like, I can do a thing, and you're like, yeah, buddy, as you were actively beginning, and then just a huge chunk of rock just and moves aside.
All right. So yeah, then I guess the strategy would be use what Aldrich sees for Doc to report to Hush on how to move everything to keep it as stable as
and
possible.
then you pull the people out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect.
Prioritizing stability on...
Twink, give me an investigation check.
$30.
Okay. Not only are you a prodigy artificer, this was your city for a decade. You are well familiar with architecture of Altair. So as just down the street from you, Hush and Doc are doing their process of removing people from rubble, you are going building by building, you're like checking the building code almost. You're just full inspector mode. You like walk in, you sweep through hallways. There are even a few people who sometimes you'll walk in and they'll be like, "Hey, what do you like?" It's people who are just in the buildings or like living there. And you are definitely going to find amongst this whole street that you sweep up of like 20 or 30 homes that almost half of them have some pretty hefty structural damage.
Yeah, and you know, Twink, he's gonna very blatantly tell them they have to leave. Or they'll die.
Make a persuasion check.
That's not gonna go well. Oh, it's gonna go well! 23! No, sorry, 22!
Most people listen to you, even ones who are clearly upset. They're like, you come in your like your wizard and artificer gear, inspect their home, point out a structural damage caused by a dragon, and then go, okay, leave or you'll die. And then you walk out, and they're just like, well, shit, I guess I gotta leave. Except one specific old lady who you're like, you gotta leave or you're gonna die. And she's like, that's fine.
What?
I'll die here, that's fine. I didn't leave when the dragon was outside. I'm not leaving now that it's dead.
That makes sense. The dragon was outside. You would stay inside for that. I understand.
Oh, yeah. The point is, I'm not leaving.
Do you have any family near here?
No, I've lived alone a long time. I have a cat.
You want me to take the cat with me?
No!
All right.
That's Schnookums.
I'm sorry, Schnookums, you're gonna die. And then I leave.
Come on, Schnookums, we're gonna die together.
I'll tell a guard or somebody, like, as I leave. Like, I'm not dealing with that.
You're like this old lady and her cat, and this one guard just goes, Gertrude.
That bitch.
Just
That old bitch.
Come on, Schnookums, we're gonna die together. It's such a
The cat who can understand Twink is like, no, no, take me with you.
Yeah, I just hear that. I'm like, I'm sorry, nothing I can do.
Please, she smells like mothballs.
Yeah. Annie, what is your method of choice for putting buildings out?
So are any of these like near like the dragon or anything, or is it just like, you know, just
So
the
both
whole
of the
streets?
dragon corpses are down in mid tier, and you guys are up on top tier.
Okay, gotcha.
So you are not near either of the dragon corpses, and going there would be a long walk and noticeable by everyone.
Oh yeah. No, like, cause like I thought the fires were near like the dragon corpse or something. So I'll probably look around for clean water first, just like in plain sight. If there's no clean water, then I'd go for like the sewers.
Make a perception check.
Let's go, Nat 20. Wow.
Let's go! Annie, with your familiarity with water, your affinity almost for it, you sort of track from the fountains of the courtyard. You kind of walk up the stairs, and in your mind, you track out how water would flow like under these streets. And you're able to very confidently follow along with what you consider to be the main like pipeline. And so when you reach under grates, you have to take a moment to make sure you're not grabbing sewage, but you are able to grab clean water every time.
Nice. I'll use control water to kind of
just raise up and whoosh over buildings.
Yeah.
So as the boys are going along gathering people out of rubble, Annie is walking along somewhat behind, staggered with Twink, where Twink will go into like not burning buildings and inspect them, and Annie will just come up to the burning buildings and just like the same kind of blanket whoosh effect, and just water rushes up and engulfs these burning houses and then splatters down. At one point, Annie, you wash the whole house in water and you pull it out, and through like a gap in the rubble, just a young boy just kind of comes out with the rush of water and comes like rolling to a stop on the pavement, just coughing and hacking and heaving. Just, thank you, miss. I thought I was gonna die under there.
Oh. That would have been unfortunate.
Oh, you're a hero. And he like gets up and he like, this kid's like 9, maybe. He's like, he's relatively small. Got an Oliver Twist sort of energy about him, but he's wearing nicer clothes because he's in the rich area.
Wait, so he's like rich?
He comes up and he hugs your leg.
You're gonna get my dress wet.
You saved me, miss.
Yeah.
I was gonna die if you didn't wash me out of there. I could feel the fire getting closer.
You should feel a little cold hugging me, though.
Well, you are very cold. It's kind of nice.
That's what everyone seems to say.
Do you know where my mum and dad went? Did you find them?
Do you think they're dead?
What?
I mean, there was a big dragon.
I just heard big rumbling and then the house fell down on me.
Have you checked your house?
The house fell down on me, miss. I was under there.
Why did we let her go alone?
I mean, were they home?
My mom was home. I don't know where my dad was.
I don't know who my dad is.
I think there's a very likelihood that she's dead, but I think your father might actually be alive unless he was near a place that was like...
My mom is dead.
Probably.
At this point, Wink, not like down the road, you turn back and you see a child hugging Annie's leg and like crying.
Nope.
Guys, this is actually my character for campaign 2. This is
You
his.
just
This
told
is
the story.
My mother died in a dragon fire.
Like Batman?
Yeah. This is his fucking canon event. His meeting
This
Annie.
is freeze.
Either that or you're
Mr.
playing an
Avery.
evil, like you're playing an evil character next campaign because Annie just gave you your villain origin story.
Hey, one parent down. You're halfway to a rogue, baby.
Let's go!
I'm targeted.
So yeah. Eventually, Annie, what are you gonna? This kid is not gonna let go. This kid is like inconsolably crying.
You know, when my parents died, I inherited a lot of money. You might also inherit a lot of money.
Can I use money to bring my mom back?
I mean,
In a way.
Everyone who knows the rules of D&D, like, well, yeah.
actually, that's usually how you do it.
Wait, what? Like, you're like, sort of. And he's like, wait, what?
I mean, really depends on the method you go about. So, like, you can reincarnate her as someone that doesn't look like your mother at all.
What?
Could be like a gift or an elf.
My mom's not a git.
But if she was reincarnated, she could be. You'd
No,
have really...
you're a git. You're a mean lady. I thought you were a hero. He's gonna stomp on your toe.
I'm actually an Eldrin.
He's gonna kill a kid.
He just runs off
Bye.
down the road.
I'm actually. Ow.
Ow.
You have traumatized one child, and
Fuck, dude.
You're an orphan, and now you're a statue.
Does he still have inspiration?
I'm taking it away from you.
Wow.
I'm kidding.
Do we find anyone that's like, where's my son?
I Unfortunately, no.
No!
Not even the dad.
I mean, you
I'm gonna be
find
real,
people
guys.
who are like, "Where are my family?" But then you either find their family or they find what is left of their family.
I'm about to say, I would imagine most of what you guys find are dead bodies.
Yeah.
It's
So
true.
the
You find
entire
a lot
time,
of dead people.
the entire time, Doc kind of strikes up a conversation with Hush because he knows that this is like detrimental. So he's just kind of like in his head keeping a conversation with him. To just try and keep his mind off of it. He's like, Hush, you and I work together a lot. Maybe we need a team name or something. Hey, move that rock over there. Don't look that way. Like specifically trying to keep Hush's eyes away from anything
Horrifically mangled body.
Anything that Aldrich has warned is just like carnage.
Got it.
And Hush in his head is just like, a team, why can't I, okay, a team name, and it's like, oh, like a giant rock is going over Hush, and he's just like, a team name, like the boys.
Well, that's not right because Twink and Dolus are still like we gotta have something that's like me and you, like that they know, like you're kind of like a fish.
Hush and Duck.
Well, okay, but like you and I were like, like
Circling,
you're kind of like a
working
fish. I'm like a tank. We could be fish tank.
I'm not a fish.
Okay. You have a lot of mind powers, and I
I'm a goblin. Mind
hit
goblin.
stuff real hard.
I'm a goblin.
What about brain and brawn?
What about mind and matter?
I like that one. I like that one. Hey.
Is that an arm?
No. Like Doc is doing everything in his power to keep Hush as distracted as possible while still keeping him task oriented.
Is that an arm? No. An arm on the floor, Hush staring at it.
No, that's an arm.
Okay, yeah, just there's no way around it.
Wait,
There are
we're
people-
mind and Matt.
Crow, are you still laughing at Mind Goblin?
Crow, you still wasn't ready. You full sentence so hard. I wasn't ready.
You still laughing at mind goblin?
Yeah, he's just like, what, mind and matter sounds great. There should be some people here. They seem to mostly just be surrounded. So if you can get this stuff out of the way.
Some of the people aren't moving.
Yeah, man. We gotta save as many as we can.
Twink already told me 1,000 people died.
Well, let's make sure that we can save as many as we can.
Shh, big rock.
Yeah.
Make a Arcana check for me real quick.
Arcana? Okay.
Make a carcass check for me real quick.
I thought you were
We
make
love
a
an
car
ass
crash.
crash.
That 20 on carcass.
On that 20.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh my god, am I about to start glitching while I'm awake?
Hush, as you are talking actively to Doc. Doc, as you're talking, there's you feel like a weird little hiccup, almost. And your train of thought just keeps going. Hush, you are now talking to Hickory, who just picks up the conversation as if nothing changed.
Wait, I'm talking to Hickory, or whose body is it?
Hickory is talking to you out loud, as if the conversation wasn't interrupted.
Cool, so that's a thing that can happen now.
He's just like, mind Matt. Hi, Hick.
Yeah. Hick, the moment your name is said, you immediately, in your brain, you're just like, oh shit, I'm Hickory.
Yeah, like double checking for Aldrich, like.
Aldrich is gone. Aldrich just poofed away. Oh, you are 100% Hickory.
Yeah, just in the middle of it, just to everybody. Doc's Hickory now, like fully Hickory. Hickory, can you still pick up bodies?
Yeah.
Why are you
Yeah.
Hickory?
I don't know.
Okay. Don't look over there.
Nice.
I
I
guess
just imagine,
I'll
like-
be healing.
Dolus on the other side of the connection, having no indication by that message to believe this was not something that should be happening, is just like, okay, that's cool. Like Doc's
I don't-
Hickory now, like they do that.
I will say, as we are going to go to the birds next, we'll just leave you with this lovely little tidbit, Noah, that I know you're gonna love. The most disturbing thing to Hickory in this moment is not that you have glitched into the other while awake, although that is shocking. The most disturbing thing is that you didn't notice. Your
spot on.
train of thought, despite going from Doc to Hickory, was completely uninterrupted.
So, okay, just for my own clarity, it
Mhm.
felt like Doc's thought just became Hick's thought. Or was Doc still talking in Hush's mind and they just didn't notice they switched bodies?
You, the person,
Yes.
whichever one of them you were, just kept talking.
Oh. Oh no.
singularity.
Honestly.
Meanwhile, birds,
Mhm.
you have been given the task of going down to the gates.
Oh, so is that is that what
Oh.
he wants both of us to do, or does he want one of us to go do
That's
that?
actually
and
good.
then-
You two play rollies real quick.
Okay.
Because Atronon also had a task.
11.
What'd you get, Ray?
I got 12.
Okay. Dolus, you are given the task by Atronon.
Okay.
You have to fly down to the Artificer Guild, which is in mid-tier. And then you need to give them a letter he has written up requisitioning a bunch of materials and the rest of the mechs that are in storage to be immediately brought out for repairs.
Okay. Sorry. That makes sense. I'm stupid. Can you explain it to me like I'm 5?
He basically gave you a manila envelope
Okay.
and was like, go to the Artificers Guild. He explained where it was.
Yeah.
Give them this envelope.
Yeah.
If they ask for explanation, just say everything on this list and the mechs he needs.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
And then Lotus, you are given the task by Fagin to fly down to the gates and get any update on what the fuck happened while you guys were handling everything up in top tier. Because all of the Holdmasters were busy and there were suddenly dragons. So we'll go with Dolus first. It's a relatively sort of quick trip, so if there's anything you want to do or conversation you want to have elsewise or things you want to try and look at.
Don't do me first.
Okay, Lotus.
Hello.
What are you? I mean, are you just flying straight there?
Do I still have crazy perception?
Good question. How long does that last?
An
Is that a whole hour? I think it isn't. Yeah, you still have crazy perception.
Okay, so I'm just flying overhead, looking down at all of the carnage. I'll, because I know Hush and Doc are together, I'll also give them like
Updates.
updates in like areas that seem particularly bad,
Mhm.
so that they can go rush and help them. or
Make
whoever.
a quick perception check for me, just an active one.
Do I have advantage on this? Does Owl's Wisdom?
Yeah, because it's
It's advantage on all wisdom-based checks.
27.
27. As you are flying over specifically as you were flying over the Red Dragon Corpse, because that's the one you got a great shot of it being blasted. With your very high intelligence and your good perception check, the wound in its chest, You remember very clearly where the first shot hit and then where the second shot hit and how it was all laid out. There is clearly a chunk of chest now that is gone that was not gone at the last time you guys fired at this thing.
What? Hey, Hush.
Yeah.
So, I'm flying to the gates right now, and I'm flying over the red dragon that we killed. It was super cool, devastating. So, there's a hole in it that wasn't in there before?
Yeah, because we blew it in there.
No, we didn't do that. That wasn't us.
But I thought we did blow a hole in it, didn't we?
Well, we did, but... So, do I see 3 holes in it?
So there are the 2 holes from where it was shot, and then there is another hole in its chest.
I see 3. We only made 2.
We did only make 2. There's another hole?
Yeah, on its chest.
Is it does it look like it was done by our gun? Like maybe there was a after effect, maybe?
Completely different, because the other 2 are these huge, bore holes that were blasted into this thing. This looks like just a cut hole, almost.
It looks like it was cut.
Oh, that's... Okay, is there, a blood trail anywhere? Maybe they took a giant sample out of it.
Already?
You're gonna have to get closer if you want to see any, major details, because there is still, smoke rising up, especially from this chunk of the city where the red dragon died.
I would love to investigate, but the last time I went out to do something, I died, so I don't really want to do that right now.
Okay.
So,
No,
can
that's
you just
fair.
tell Twink that it's a thing, and maybe Twink
I'll
can
ask
go get
Twink.
somebody? Yeah, alright.
Twink. Hey, so Lotus is looking around the area, and apparently there's another hole blown into the dragon that we didn't do. It was cut out.
Twink, before you respond, I want to say one real quick reminder. Those of you who got exhaustion last session, you haven't had a long rest. You still have exhaustion. Keep that in mind for your rolls.
Okay.
Twink, continue. Twink.
Okay. What am I supposed to do about this?
I don't know, because we don't know what to do about it, but apparently something cut out a hole in this dragon. Do you want Lotus to...
Fuck it. No, I'll take care of it.
You'll take care of it? Okay. I send that back to Lotus. I was like, Twink just said he'll take care of it.
Yeah, that makes sense. He's smart.
Sick.
Cool. I'm picking up rocks.
Lotus, the rest of your flight is... it's pretty smooth. The thermals up here are weird because half the city is on fire. Not half, like a quarter of it's on fire. But when Fagin said the main gate down in the center of the city, there is a very discernible, huge-ass gate in low tier that he has to be the one he's talking about. There is none other that matches the description to the extent.
I'll fly down and just land in front of the first person with Alora's badge, and I'll just be like, "Hi, is this the gate?"
Just play rollies with me real quick.
17.
11. Yeah, you land in front of a guard who is very startled and kind of stumbles back, and you just, "Hi, is this the main gate?" And he's like, "Yes."
Cool. So, The Holdmasters want to know, in their words, what the fuck happened.
Okay, you're gonna want to talk to Jimmy. He's up there.
Yeah.
Okay, he's on top of the watchtower.
Okay, thank
Right
you,
here
bye.
next to the. Okay.
I fly up.
You take off. This dude's like, holy shit.
Hello, Jimmy. I land.
Yeah, you fly up to the top of the watchtower. There's like 5 people. Again, all of whom are like, oh, as you fly up.
Which one of you is Jimmy?
I'm Jimmy.
Okay,
That's
hello,
so
come here.
threatening.
Steps forward.
Which
Alright.
one of you motherfuckers is Jimmy?
Jimmy.
Giant.
He like he steps forward like afraid. You have Alora's fucking badge. This is the most terrifying moment of this man's life.
Be not afraid, child. Come here.
Yeah, exactly. Just steps forward. Just hey, what can I do for you?
So, like I said to the guy down there, the Holdmasters want to know what the fuck happened.
Oh, this is just a report. Okay, thought my
What
ass
did you
was getting
do?
thrown off this wall.
I mean, unless you have a reason for me to like do that.
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm. The more you say it, the more I'm like, maybe I should report first.
Okay, so I was up here completely sober. Morning was starting off like normal. My shift was kind of coming to an end. Should have been over like, I don't know, like half an hour ago, but shit's gotten real crazy, so I'm still here. And then out on the horizon, I see this little blue dot off to the west, and I'm like, what's that? And I think I'm going a little crazy. But it keeps getting bigger. And then I was like, that's a weird looking bird. Because, I mean, you think that's like a weird looking bird, right? Like, you wouldn't assume a thing flying. I mean, maybe like a, I don't know. Maybe like there's just a weird bug in my peripheral vision or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless, it was a dragon. So I start ringing the alarm bell, and as I'm ringing the alarm bell, it's over there, so I have to go over there, and that means I'm looking that way, and that's when I see the red motherfucker. And now I'm like, holy shit, 2 dragons. I'm definitely drunk off my ass. But I was not. There were 2 dragons. Well, I mean, I was, but there were 2 dragons.
So you were drunk and there were 2 dragons.
Can we leave the first part out of the report?
So, no.
Shit. Can I offer you a gift so that you could kindly leave the first part out of the report?
Depends.
I got 5 gold and a half-drunk bottle of brandy.
I also have 5 gold, and I don't drink alcohol.
You can use it for a Molotov cocktail.
I don't know what that is.
You put a rag in it and you set shit on fire.
Okay.
Oh, thank God. It gives you the gold and a half bottle of brandy.
Anyways,
Yeah,
is
so
there
that
anything
the blue one came from that way, and the red one came from that way, and then they both showed up here at the same time, and, you know, I sort of expected them to fight each other, because, you know, you hear stories about dragons getting into tizzies. And then, no, they just kind of started double teaming the city.
Did they like look at each other, nod, and then start doing their thing, or was
You're
it
asking
like
me if they had like a whole before the heist like moment of recognition with each other? I don't know.
okay?
I don't think so. I think they just both flew in, and as soon as they were within range, they started breathing on shit.
Okay. Is there anything
And-
else you would like to tell the Holdmasters?
I really like my job and need it.
Okay, I don't.
And the red one went right for the academy, and the blue one went, I don't know, somewhere in top tier. And then shit was just going crazy, and things were on fire.
Okay. I don't really know how the relevancy of, you liking your job has to do with this, because I would assume that you like your job, that's why you do it.
Be surprised.
Is there anything else? Did anybody else see anything maybe from a different perspective?
I mean, there are farmers out on low tier who might have seen it coming before I did. There could have been someone on a watchtower on the wall for mid tier who might have seen something, but as far as who rang the alarm bell first, it was me. Which, I'll be honest, makes me reconsider some things about the quality of my peers.
Yeah.
But I'm a little tipsy right now, so I don't know.
I just slapped my
say
hand. I just clapped my hands in front of his face.
Oh my god!
We good now?
I'm fine.
Alright, anything else?
Nope, that's it. Thank you.
Okay, bye Jimmy. Pat pat on his shoulder.
Oh, okay. You take
He
off.
said, "I'm a little tipsy," and your response is clap in his face.
Yep.
Horrified.
Lotus is fucking nightmare blunt rotation. Lotus
Definitely.
Oh, deadass.
He definitely pissed himself at least a little bit when you clapped.
I'm just saying that fucking what we have single-handedly caused is making the Empire reconsider their security on basically every front.
I said, hold on. I said Lotus. The finest in total is nightmare blunt rotation. We are all. This is horrible. Like
Mara was the only one. No, Mara is actually the worst because he'd look at it and just be like, "Bro, life is just like the ocean. I'm drowning."
no, I feel like if we were. Yeah, and
I'm drowning right now.
Hang on.
I'm drowning.
I was gonna say Mara is real life nightmare blunt rotation where he says fucked up shit and you spiral.
Yeah.
The rest of you are like nightmare fuel blunt rotation, like genuine evil shit.
Dolus gets it. He's like, I don't feel anything.
Hush is like, do you want to know how eldritch beings fuck?
Let me show you in your head.
It will shatter your reality.
Yeah, he just Hush just
And
straight
your
up starts
pelvis.
showing people.
Minor illusion.
Lotus, that's what you get from Jimmy, from the first guard who alarmed at the main gate watchtower.
Cool. I'm gonna go to the mid tower that he mentioned.
Tim.
Okay.
I'll land beside a guard.
Play rollies with me again. 4.
I dropped my dice. I don't know where we're going.
Oh no.
That's my only set of dice that I brought. Hold on, I'm gonna go scavenge for it.
Oh no.
Wow.
What have I done?
All right, pause the episode.
Dolus!
Oh,
Dolus,
yeah,
it's your time.
Oh, cool. Yeah, sure. I don't do much. I mean, I'm just gonna do what was told to me. But before I go, as like Alina was all like, "Oh, I went to that academy," and is doing what she usually does, probably just sort of staring off into the distance in the direction of the now shattered academy. Just like, I put a hand on her shoulder and I just like rub her shoulder a little bit. I'm just like, it's okay. I mean, the best thing from that academy already made it out, so.
Yeah, socks.
Socks?
I was talking about you.
Oh, you're sweet. Thank you. She just like hugs you really like awkwardly and sadly.
Just swing and a miss. For Dolus, swing and a miss. Just one day anyways, and then I'll just go do my job. Like he tells them like what Atrodon told him, and like hands them the folder, and I just sort of Dolus definitely has a moment as the guy like, or whoever it is, like takes it, and he stands there and is just sort of like, should I stay here?
You hand the dude the letter, he's like going through it and everything, and he's just like, is that all?
I don't know, is that all? Do you need me to send a message back?
Did he ask for a message back?
No. Good day to you.
And to you. Like really genuinely just and to you. You fly out of the Artificers Guild. It's a nice guild house. This is the nicest guild house you've ever flown to.
I was just fucking talking to Mr. Owl. Apparently, heading to you. One.
To who? Fuck you.
3 mechs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Taking off. This is a very, very nice guild house. Guild hall is much more appropriate. It's huge. It's like the size of think like the ones you've seen before are maybe the size of like big houses.
Mm-hmm.
The one you have on Twingtania is basically just like half a cafeteria and a loft.
Okay.
This is like a campus almost. Like there is like several large buildings, a big forge area, like a huge storage warehouse.
Has this place taken like significant damage as well, or?
As you look at it, this place is hardly touched. It definitely like one of the roofs got kind of blasted over by some fire, but it's fine.
Mm-hmm. As I'm leaving, take sort of a, I guess for lack of a better term, like a scenic way out, as I like take the long way through the guild hall, and try and like, I don't know, in my periphery or as I'm going through, see if I can spot any guild creations, any things that people are making here in the Altair Guild Hall.
Make an investigation check.
Sure. Nope.
What'd you roll?
6.
No. Nothing that you don't already recognize or can understand.
Sorry, I have a +1, so that's a 7.
Oh, okay. There's nothing that you can see that you can understand.
Okay. He's like, oh, like Dolus has like one of his like deductive moments. He's like, oh, maybe I should sort of see what sort of new things they're making here in case it ever comes up or is relevant. And then he sees things probably, and he's just like, I don't know what the fuck that is. I'm gonna go. I don't know what's happening
Basically.
here.
Like, you ever see those old models of like how an old fucking printing press or some shit works, and there's 30 gears and you don't understand why it needs any of them?
Mm.
That is Dolus looking at any of these machines as he flies by. He is just like, that is complicated.
Yeah, they're definitely cooking something here. I don't know what it is, but
it's like if you watched How It's Made with the volume off.
With the volume off. And it's not even the whole episode, it's like one scene.
You watch a 30-second clip of How It's Made with the audio off. Yes. And then you set back off towards where you came.
Yeah, I'll just sort of like, if they need any other guild or any source, like I'll just sort of be messengering or like give myself available to do such a thing.
Awesome. Atrodon would absolutely take you up on that. He is now like organizing all of because top tier with your guys' help is starting to get
How
sorted.
fucking dare you? You made me his fucking carrier pigeon, you cock.
I was waiting for one of you to say it.
Can't believe you did this to me. I'll gladly do it though.
Yeah, so he just starts sending you down to like guard posts in mid-tier with instructions. Actually. One of the first ones he sends you to is the guard post that is closest to the airship landing and the corpse of the blue dragon.
Oh, cool. Oh yeah,
So-
I'll go there.
While he gives you instructions to give them instructions and ask for an update, we'll go back to Lotus, who went to the mid-tier wall.
I got a 12.
You got a 12. I got less than that. So you land and the dude is again just startled and befuddled. I'm like, what the fuck?
Hello. Hold on. Here's this. Holdmasters want to know what the fuck happened. Also, Jimmy told me that, like, maybe you could have seen something, but then he was the first one to ring the bell. So, like, what? Did you see something?
Who's Jimmy?
Somebody from the gate.
Okay. Well, you see, most of the towers here, anybody who saw something is, as he's, like, gesturing around, this tower got, like, hit. Like, the dragon came by and torched this one. There are a few other towers on the mid-tier wall that you see are similarly damaged. So he's like, anybody who was up when they showed up is, well, one of them's alive from the group who was up here.
Oh.
It probably won't be much longer.
Can he talk?
If you listen really closely, you might hear him shouting downstairs. Yeah, with your perception, you genuinely do hear just screams of pain coming from below.
Don't think I'm gonna get anything for the Holdmasters out of Scream. Did you see anything?
I was downstairs. I was making breakfast for us in the little nook we have, and then suddenly there was a big rumble and everything above me was being blasted apart and lit on fire by electricity, and I came up and only one person was still alive, and he was kind of half gone.
Okay.
But I saw it flying away up to top tier. It looks like it went over the residences, and then I saw that red one land on the academy.
Mm-hmm.
And when I looked out, some of the city was already on fire, so I don't know entirely. It was all very quick. Are
Okay.
you an Aarakocra?
Yeah.
Okay, but you have like a person face.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Well, thank you. I am going to go back to the Holdmasters. You have not been drinking on the job, right?
No, I was making a sandwich though.
Alright, you keep making sandwiches. Okay, goodbye.
Okay. You take off. Fly away. Back to the various people on top tier doing their activities. Except Annie.
What have we found, Cryo, other than just an absolute puzzle that you've put me in?
Well, I mean, you're the one who wanted to play two characters in one body.
I mean, you're right. You're right.
This is the puzzle of your creation. Don't blame me for this.
Yeah. Anyway.
These are the consequences of your choices. I mean, you have found a lot of people you have saved. Hang on. Let's go for it. Let's run it.
Roll for how many people saved.
46 people.
Let's go.
Damn.
Wow.
I did genuinely roll for how many people you
How
saved.
many dead bodies have they found?
Oh boy.
Roll for carcass.
150.
Oh my god!
my
Yeah, I don't
What
think you're
die
gonna
did
be
you
able to
roll
be
for
like,
that,
hush,
man?
don't look over there. The floor is dead, people.
Listen, dude, especially once like we got flip flopped, I think Hickory kind of like at this point it's just Hickory's just kind of like, okay, let's just
You
we'll
guys
deal with
have
the
also
trauma
gone
later.
across like several streets now of buildings. Like you've covered multiple blocks at this point as you've been going around. You guys are digging into just one building. And Hickory, in your moment of sort of like what the fuck? Oh my god, what is going on? What is happening?
What is going to happen?
What's happening on?
What is happening? You pull from the rubble of one of these buildings a tiefling. A blue tiefling. Kind of just like as you're helping them out, they're just like, oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Oh, hi. Look at you. Hi. She kind of like stumbles a bit. She's like, oh, you're pretty.
Thanks. I would ask about burns, but
I can get burnt.
would you like some assistance? There's a triage. I assume there's a triage
There is a
getting
triage
set up.
place.
Yeah.
You don't want to help me yourself?
There's like an audible just as Hush puts on another rock.
The tiefling like audibly like squeaks and jumps towards you, Hick. It's like, oh.
Hi.
I mean, she's very pretty, and she's like, please.
No, it's
I'm so
fine.
scared.
Like she just immediately like Cryo, we've never had this problem before. It's always been after rests. What happens when I switch midday? How do my spell slots work? Cause Doc was mostly spent.
Mm-hmm. Hickory has her spell slots.
Yeah, fuck it. We'll throw a cure wounds down. Fuck
Hickory
it, we
also
ball.
still has exhaustion.
I figured.
Is
We'll
she
throw it
full
down as
health?
cure wounds. Fuck it, we ball. Yeah, my full health. I mean, that's a good question.
Yes, you are full health.
Okay, this is great. Yeah, she gets herself 6 HP.
Aww.
This isn't fair. How come Noah gets a free long rest midday?
Because I could very quickly become a different person midday.
Noah, real quick. No reason.
Oh, there's a reason.
Noah, can you make a perception check for me?
Oh, there's a reason. There's always a reason.
I have a shield. So...
knife coming at you.
Oh well, I guess it would make it flat. So 15 plus. Where the fuck is my perception? 3. 18.
18? Okay. Hush, you're right nearby. Can you also make a perception check?
Disadvantage?
Do you have exhaustion?
I have exhaustion.
Yeah, you have exhaustion.
Hey,
It is
man.
disadvantage.
I mean, it's just your friendly neighborhood tiefling over here. Friendly neighborhood specific blue tiefling.
I will
rolled a
send her
15
to
and a
God.
14, fun fact.
In the city of unreliables.
Yeah.
15 and a 14, so that's a 19.
Okay. Nothing is noticed by either of you.
Oh,
that's
God,
bullshit.
She just picked my pocket.
I mean, if she did, you're not aware.
Nope.
All
okay. I kind of. We're kind of on a rescue mission. We gotta.
Can you help me? Wait, no, I have pets.
Immediately, another rock lifts up. Get the pets.
Get those fucking bats out there.
Yeah, Hush immediately.
Yeah.
Get in there.
Go get the
in there,
pets.
Hickory.
Hang on.
This tiefling's like so pleased and happy that you were digging through the rubble of her home for her pets. Like
Cryo,
she's like
I was a
fawning
bounty
off of
hunter.
Hickory.
Like the first little bit of shock, I could get it, but a tiefling in the Empire, that's strange.
Not particularly if she's licensed.
That's fair. Never mind.
Yeah, no. Why are you being racist now, SMH?
Oh, you
Just
know,
'cause she's a
you don't
tiefling.
need burns. You don't get burns, right?
I'll level with you. I get it. Or tiefling appeared, and then I made you roll perception. And
Well, I'm
and
saying
you're
like
confused.
even because I genuinely don't know because we didn't spend a lot of time in the Empire how rare an occurrence that would be.
It happens, especially if they decided to get licensed. So you have no reason to think it's weird.
Okay, cool.
Like it's she's definitely like the only tiefling you've found this whole time.
Yeah.
But it's
Okay.
not weird.
Yeah. Anyway, I will hunt for the pets, I guess.
Bounty
She
hunter.
has-
As a bounty hunter, I hunt for the pets.
Yeah, I will tap
You spend
myself
some time digging.
on
And
guidance.
you do find a cage with a couple of rabbits in it.
Oh.
Living rabbits?
Yes. I rolled and they're both fine.
A woman after
Yeah.
my own heart.
She kind of like scoops up the cage as a whole, and teeters over with it because I know those cages are a bitch to carry. Doesn't matter how strong you are; they're an awkward weight.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Just gives a big hug.
Uh-huh.
If you are ever out and about in mid-tier and you need a drink, you can swing by my bar. It's called the Flirty Tail.
Hickory has a solid moment of course it is. Yeah. Just like I said, the triage, it should be somewhere over there, and they can take care of you. No problem.
Perfect. Thank you.
Heck, ask her name and what the rabbits' names are. I'm more excited about the rabbits, but what is her
She
name?
has a moment of just like, my friend would like to know what your name and the rabbit's name are.
I'm Abigail. And this is Salt and this is Pepper.
Of course. Of course.
You just in the back of your head. I love salt and pepper.
All right. Bye, you two.
Bye now.
She does a very flirty drag of her tail along your arm, Hickory, as she walks away.
Hush, you can visibly see her entire body tense. Like,
Hush like walks up and like stands next to you and is like, she was really flirty for someone who just went through trauma. Is that a trauma response?
Hickory has a moment of, yeah, actually.
Huh. Okay.
All right. Sick. Twink, what are you up to?
I'm looking for Fagin.
Fagin is going to be back in that courtyard around
Yeah.
where Triage is, actually.
Cool. That's where I'm going.
Okay, he's there. He is there. You were able to find him still directing and guiding things. It seems like this has sort of become the hub of like where things are being handled. Alora probably wants the capital quiet right now, and this has a view of the whole city. So,
Like, I get you're super busy, but like I need your help.
yeah, he like just waves off basically the person he's talking to, just like kneels down. And he's like, "Yeah, what?"
Apparently, someone's been messing with the dragon carcass in mid-tier.
Which one?
The red one.
Fuck. Okay.
So we put 2 holes in it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, big loud boom. 2 holes. Third hole in it. So we need to go check that out. And I'm not going alone. And you, having dealt with dead dragons, seemed like the perfect candidate.
Yeah, makes sense. We don't have long. Their bodies start decomposing fast, and it's dangerous. So, give me 1 second to talk to Astronaut. He turns. He says everything to Astronaut, and then he immediately like heads over to the lift. And as he get on, and even though they're loading various stuff up onto the lift, he has it go like midway through without being full because you guys got to go. As you are setting out, just quick little note. As you're going through the triage area, you definitely do twink at your height. You pass by 2 rabbits having a chit-chat in a cage.
It's weird you bring that up. Why would I have noticed that?
Because they're your height, and they're small creatures in the cage in the middle of a medical triage.
I would observe for a moment, but then quickly move on unless I heard something of interest.
They said, I can't believe that they got away with that again.
Oh,
And then how much do you think they got off that idiot?
Ah.
And then just enough.
All right, I move on.
And then you just watch as you are about to turn away as just a man picks up the cage and walks away with them.
That's weird.
Yeah. And then you go down the lift.
Do I get temp HP for riding the lift again?
You never got the temp HP.
I never got it. But to be fair, it probably wouldn't have the same effect on me since I'm from this place.
You're from here.
I am from this place. In fact, I'm probably like, what a fucking shithole.
You're probably extra bothered. You think it's even worse of a view now because everything is on fucking fire. You're just like, damn. This city has never looked worse.
Yeah, literally.
You lose.
You lose 2
I take psychic damage looking at this shitty fucking site.
You went back to your hometown and you took psychic damage. No. As you're going down the lift, we'll cut back again real quick to Dolus as you have flown down to the guard post near the bottom of the lift.
Are you not gonna do Annie because she was on the top tier?
Oh yeah, Pulse, you're back! Holy shit! Hi, Pulse. Pulse, what are you up to? You've put out a lot of houses.
Oh my god, yeah, Pulse. What Pulse were you doing?
I'd probably just be like a little sprinkler system at this point. It lasts for 10 minutes, you know.
True. Well, so when the 10 minutes are up, because they definitely do pass, you have helped put out, much like the others, you've put out several blocks worth of just burning houses, just walking along, just like spraying down and washing over houses. No more children have come washing out of them. But I will say, with that lovely nat 20 from earlier, as you go washing over one particularly nice, you can't tell if it was a house or a business or you just have no idea. But as you go washing over it all, you spy out of the corner of your eye a very, very pretty, twinkly little thing.
I'll investigate.
You go investigate, and sort of hidden away in mud and ash as you brush it off is this gorgeous necklace. It is some kind of silverish metal. You're not sure exactly what kind, and it has multiple gemstones inlaid on it. At a glance, you can tell immediately that this is valuable as shit. There's no one around. You pocket the necklace. Pulse, you can add to your inventory. You can add to your inventory 1 platinum necklace valued at 6,000 gold coins.
So I get robbed and Pulse gets money.
I
don't even know what I lost yet.
Crumbles.
Equivalent exchange.
You had a chance to roll.
You
didn't just lose money.
One of you didn't roll high enough and the other rolled a natural 20.
I'm just saying, if she stole one of my diamonds, I will be using locate creature.
Okay.
Eights.
Okay.
Good luck with that.
So, Pulse, you sort of pocket this, you kind of stand up, you're like... So you're looking around to see if anyone sees the boys, Mind and Matter, except now one of the boys is a girl, sort of finish up with the last kind of house that they have a bead on as they reach like the end of this street. Lotus is off doing other things. Aldrich has returned to the fucking Feywild, basically, as he has been desummoned with the body swap. And so you guys no longer have like eyes in the skies, and so you have cleared like this street out, and any notable screaming or panic or anything. Like the guards are attending to a bunch of things now. You were a huge help as first responders, but you get the idea that, I mean, at this point, you're basically just extra hands. So
Yeah.
whether you want to stay here and just keep being extra hands, or whether you want to go elsewhere to see what's going on, I'll leave up to you guys.
Oh, my spell would have ended by now.
Yeah.
Sick.
So I would just turn to Hush and be like, reach out to Twink, see if there's something else we can do. We're kind of losing effectiveness here.
I'm out of juice when it comes to picking up rocks.
That's what I mean. See if there's something else we can do.
Okay. Twink.
Twink, you are almost at the bottom of the lift.
Hey, a lot of help showed up, and I think what we can do is being taken care of. Plus, I can't carry any more rocks. Is there anything else we need to do, or we can do right now? I still got a little bit more magic juice in me, but we don't know what to do now.
Yeah, go check on the ship.
We check on the ship?
Yep. We're leaving soon.
Okay. Are you gonna get the dragon scale for me?
Sure.
Yes. Okay. We'll go check on the ship. Hush just starts walking. It's like, come on, Hickory. We gotta go check on the ship. And Annie.
Annie is also with you guys.
Come on, Annie.
We gotta go check on the ship. Twink told us to.
How was your adventure?
Successful enough.
She got flirted with.
I'm also not who I woke up as.
Oh. How do you feel about that?
Panicked. There's a lot of coping going on right now, Annie.
Kind of like that kid that I saw earlier.
What?
Yeah, some kid seemed to have lost his parents.
Oh.
And
Did he find them?
you helped him find them?
No.
Annie?
That doesn't seem out of character, actually.
Why would I do that when my job was to wash away the fire?
What happened to the kid?
I seem to have washed him out of his home that was buried under some rubble.
Mm-hmm.
Their mother was apparently home,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't know where their father was. But they hopelessly grasped onto me.
Annie, did you tell a child that their mother might be dead?
Yes, I told them as well that they might get a nice inheritance out of it, just the way that I did.
They did live here.
I'm gonna freak out.
So-
I'm gonna lose my mind.
They probably rich.
They were probably very
keep
rich.
walking. Just go to the ship.
They're gonna have a very
Please.
good inheritance.
Yeah, she did save
And
him, so
stop
he will.
talking.
Especially if they have like life insurance.
Oh my God! She severs the connection with Hush and just goes.
I look back to Anna. I was like, hey, you saved that kid, so that's good. And you put out the fires.
Mm-hmm.
I think what could have been a better thing to do, or at least another thing you could have done on top of the fires, is maybe pointed the kid in the direction where a lot of people are for next time, if that ever happens again.
Why?
It's not a lot of energy. You can just point, say, there's a lot of people over there, and just keep going.
Maybe.
You still saved him, so.
Hmm.
And you're right, he probably will inherit a lot, but I'm sure it didn't feel great at the time. For him, specifically.
I wouldn't know.
I don't know how inheritance works, but you did good.
Did you get inheritance when your parents died?
No. I got trapped in amber with the aboleth, and I don't know who my dad is.
Have you checked? I could have built lots of wealth, maybe.
No, because the continent that I lived on isn't the same continent anymore, so I'm sure the money's different. I don't know my daddy's. He might be rich, but I don't really want his money.
Mm-hmm.
Just so like drained, so unfazed by the things.
Also, Cryo,
All right.
once she severs that connection, it is immediate, just back and forth conversation between Hickory and Doc of what the fuck?
Internal panic.
Yeah.
Neither of you has any idea. There was no
It was
notable
basically
thing.
a hiccup. Like, we didn't even feel it.
A hiccup.
I made that fucking joke when it happened. Don't
I know I stole it.
I was busy processing the fact that I just switched midday. This mechanic that I have had for 80 sessions is changing.
Correct.
We're always changing.
Damn.
Life is like the ocean.
Well, technically, it's always been changing. This is just the first notable one.
Life is like an ocean. I'm drowning.
Perfect. Dolus,
Huh.
you landed that guard tower.
I do, yes. As I'm idly flying by the blue dragon, don't imagine. Do I see anything?
Well, I was going to say, as you fly down to the guard tower, you see that it is currently vacant of guards, as they have all sort of gathered around the blue dragon corpse.
Okay, well, I'll go to them then.
So you go to land, and like they're like so distracted they don't even notice you.
Okay, what do they seem distracted by? Just the dragon itself? Or?
Just the dragon corpse.
Okay.
They are just staring at it. It is like a half beheaded dragon, like that is slumped up against the wall that leads up to top tier. Oh shit!
I'm like they turn and I'm holding the badge.
Is that the Grim Reaper?
I'm holding Fagin's badge as they turn around.
One of the guards leans in and goes, "I've never seen him before. Is that Fagin?" No. No.
Oh, he's like, am I Fagin?
Yeah, he's like, I've never seen him before. Is that guy Fagin? And the other dude's like, no. No.
No, I was sent on business.
Oh, yeah. What can we do for you?
Shit, why am I here? I don't
You have another letter to deliver, and then
Oh,
Fagin
yes.
also wanted an update on anything going on with the dragon.
Okay. There's a letter from Atronon, and I'm here to gather any reports, first responding reports on what was seen, what happened, anything with the dragons, anything that has happened since.
Well, we were here, sort of on standby in case anything happened with that airship that was locked up in the landing. And then, suddenly, 2 dragons shoot overhead. Further down in mid-tier, there's fires. We're trying to figure out if we should go help there or if we should go up the lift. And then while we're sort of still getting our bearings together, there's the lift is seeming to people are running up and down in a panic. All of the stairs on the wall were preoccupied, and then that airship blasted loose. And then there was that big bang, and that red dragon died. And then while we were freaked out, we weren't really looking straight up at whatever happened to the blue one, but then it just landed here. We think it may have crushed Tom.
Who?
I know you don't know who Tom is, but he's a friend.
Oh, I'm
We've
sorry for your loss.
tried calling for him, and he's just not. Yeah, we think he might have been. I mean, to be honest, we think he might have been taking a leak over in the corner, and then
Why in the corner?
where there was a piss bucket over in that corner.
Why?
In case we had to piss.
Bro, if you go out with your dick in your hands, that's rough.
Okay. Sorry for Tom. And
Yeah, I
for your
appreciate that.
loss. Okay. Well, anything else to report?
There's all sorts of weird sort of little electrical shocks coming off of this thing's body. That's it.
Okay. Well, stay away for a bit. Well, as in, like, don't touch it. Obviously.
All right, we'll wait for orders.
Sure.
They both salute you, both these guards.
Don't do that.
Oh, sorry. Nice to meet you, Mr. Not Fagin. Like the other guard.
Yep. Very awkwardly, just like, uh-huh.
He was an Aarakocra. As you, like, fly away.
I'll go up. As I get away from this guard tower and I, like, fly up towards top tier, I am going to sort of do a flyby around the edge and, like, the area where they were rescuing people, as well as, like, you know, I'm gonna essentially fly over where they were doing things, see if they, like, missed anyone, like if I can see anything now that they don't have, because they don't have their eyes in the skies. I don't know that, but I'm just, you know, idly flying over in case anything was missed.
Make a perception check.
Awesome. Oh my god. Perception 15.
Okay. 15. You do spy over near the academy. You guys might remember these from the first solstice, how there are some of these buildings that have balconies kind of built in to where they meet the wall.
Mm-hmm.
You see like a collapsed building, and on one of those balconies there's just a girl like kind of curled up in a corner because she can't get over the rubble, and so she's just stuck on like this balcony.
Okay, there is, from her perspective, there is suddenly the sound of loud wings flapping, and I just land.
She's panics and like scoots back. She's like early teens.
Dolus attempting to fight against his character design and be kind and help and seem, you know, like he's not a villain. I'm gonna reach out and try and help her.
Put on your best nice smile and you reach out a hand, and can you just make a persuasion check for me?
Awesome. Oh, okay. Well, my persuasion is not horrible.
Are you exhausted?
I am not exhausted. That's 11. Rolled a 7 plus 4.
11. You didn't have to roll super high.
Okay.
11 is enough. It was just a DC 10.
Okay.
She really shakily reaches out and takes your hand. It reminds you almost of Alina when you had first met her, and she was just like the most scared, skittish creature, but even smaller. Like she is just this poor like 13, 14-year-old girl who's sitting here trapped on this balcony in the cold.
So she's on the balcony. What's the state of the rest of the building?
The building is fucked.
Okay.
Like it is in pieces and destroyed. It is now no longer on fire. Annie definitely put it out at some point from the other side, but could not see to this side.
Okay. As soon as she takes my hand, I almost instinctively like pull her up and then like float up and take her in like a underhand carry.
Really scared, just squeaking, and just definitely buries her face into your cloak.
As I get up I won't fly, I'll float so that she has a smoother ride. And I just, was there anyone else in the building?
She nods.
How many?
And she just kind of shakes her head.
Okay. And I'll take her to like the triage area and set her gently.
You arrive at the same time as the trio are returning from their work on the street.
Same
heading
time
towards
that
the
this
lift.
guy with a cage of bunnies walks out.
Hey, yo! And then Lotus comes flying in to speak to Atronon and Fagin. So you all have reconvened minus Twink, and Fagin is not there anymore, Lotus, as you land. It's just Atronon now.
Atronon,
Yeah,
where's
Hello.
Fagin?
he went with Twink somewhere.
Oh, well, I was gonna report back to him.
You were saying something about looking at the dragon?
Oh, yeah, so there's a big hunk of dragon that's missing.
What?
Oh,
Not made by us. So there's 3 hunks of dragon that's missing. But 2 of them are from us.
oh.
So they went to go investigate the 3rd one. But I was thinking maybe I should go look at it, but the last time I went to go look at something, I died, so I was like, nah, I'm not gonna
Yeah,
do that.
don't
I'm
do
gonna
that.
do the thing. Yeah. See, I'm smart.
Mhm.
Anyways, so Jimmy gave me a report.
Who?
Jimmy.
So
You know Jimmy.
you give the breakdown to Atronon,
Yeah.
and he's kind of just like,
They both came from different directions, but they were coordinated, which
Mhm.
means this probably wasn't somebody who forced these 2 dragons here randomly hoping they would damage the city. Both of these dragons meant to do this.
Yeah.
Which also means they both attacked places on purpose. The academy makes sense. I don't know where the blue one went to.
Somewhere during that talk, I guess Lotus is explaining. I back away out of the conversation. I'm gonna fly off back to the building. Anyways, you guys
I-
continue this conversation.
I wave him off.
which building do you fly back off to?
To the one where I got the girl out of.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna see if I can find anyone or anything amongst the rubble that wasn't,
Make an investigation check.
Oh my fucking god! Let me see. Is that cocked? Nope, it's not. That's a 3.
As you're looking through this rubble, it doesn't seem like there's signs of anybody.
Can I call out? Can I be like, anyone here?
Yeah. You call out,
Hello?
you try and ask for people. If you're willing to take some time to sift through and you're going to
I
be
will.
here for a little bit of time, I'll let
Mhm.
you roll again.
Okay, I will. Yeah.
If you're doing a deep investigation, go roll again.
Please, want to help this helpless girl. Oh, that's so much better. 19.
You do find a few bodies.
Awesome.
You find what was definitely a mom holding a young child.
Can I go back to
what
the
you
2?
think may have either been a dad or an older brother or something. And then you find on sort of near the center of the building where a lot of the structure has maintained because of a fireplace that was there, you find a portrait, what was clearly a family portrait. And you gather, glancing at this portrait in its somewhat damaged state, and glancing at what you have now found, that you have found the rest of this girl's family. And Dolus, I will say, you have a moment as you look at this portrait and you think about all of this, and you think back to Yubua, and you think back to that family and that carriage, and you have a moment where you're very happy because last time you found signs of a whole family and you thought one of them might be alive and you were very sorely disappointed, but this time you were here. And this time you will not find a girl buried in the snow.
Okay.
So there is a bittersweet sensation.
I see that, and there is that feeling of bittersweetness, and I remember the wayberries, and I say to myself here as I stare at the portrait, like, I'm glad that she survived. I don't know if I could have sent her off without you. And I fly back over towards the triage to where the group was sort of gathering.
Okay. Lotus, you caught Astronaut up. And then he explained that Twink and Fagin headed off. And then he asked you guys if you are planning on staying any longer, or if you guys are setting off as soon as Twink comes back.
Oh, wait, sorry, I lied. I don't go to the triage. I'll message you where I'm going. Anyways, you...
Okay. Panic.
Oh, I know what you're doing. I think I know what you're doing.
Hickory kind of leans back and is like, Hush said that, Twink said that we get back to the ship, get everything in order. We'll probably be leaving.
All right, well, I can't say your prophecy didn't come true.
Kind of glad that it came true in this sense.
I don't know about glad. I think if it meant dragons didn't destroy half the city, I'd be okay being dead. I mean, it would suck, but...
But you did a cool thing.
I did do a cool thing.
Yeah,
And now I can say I've killed a dragon. Fagin
Yeah.
can't lord that over me. We've both killed dragons.
You cut clean into it. It was crazy. I saw it.
Now we need to get its body out of here before it decomposes and damages the city.
Yeah.
You know, it could be worse.
Nope, don't say that.
It could have been a black dragon, and if it decomposed in that way, then there would have been a lot of like spillage, and that could have been way worse. It's a blue dragon.
True. That is true. You were correct in this statement. Good job. Small new one. Hush. Yes.
I know a lot of weird facts. I won't tell you some of them because some of them they don't like.
You can tell me some other time.
Okay.
So,
Perfect.
is there anything else you'd like us to do before we leave?
I think honestly, Alora should talk to all of you. Her current time of being busy is probably wrapping up soon. I'll let her know that you're planning on heading out.
And we are still technically arrested.
Technically, you were deputized, and I don't know if that means you're not arrested. But your ship's not chained down anymore, and I'm not going to command anybody to chain it down.
Right.
Thank
I
you.
have bigger problems.
We'll go talk to Alora.
I'm going to send her a message so she can come talk to you. I just said that to you.
Right. Well,
I highly recommend you don't go back into the Capitol building.
I'm in a state right now. I'm sorry.
That's fine. It was good to see you all again. As hectic as it all was. Thank you for all of your help with Saraisen and this. I'm sorry it was more than expected.
That's okay. I think at this point, more should always be expected.
We
You have to kill
still
a dragon.
probably will need some level of diplomatic help with the other issue eventually.
Oh, I'm sure Alora does not drop grudges.
Yeah.
So I'm sure in one way or another, your repayment to the Empire for all of those men will come. But at least it won't come from all of you being in prison.
We're gonna get like a bill?
Well, no, as far as money is concerned, I think Twink has covered that pretty thoroughly. I mean, maybe like, I don't know.
Karma?
I don't know. I don't. That's not my job.
Karma's not my job.
Community service. I think we did our community
Yeah,
service.
but I'd say.
Ironic enough that I said you guys should not go into the Capitol building as the rest of you wait for the lift to go down. Dolus entering the Capitol building. Dolus, the Starlings have seen you here already and kind of recognize you, so a little bit of talking gets you back into the council chamber.
I always flash the badge
You
anytime. I'm
flash
like,
Fagin's badge,
yeah.
yep. As you enter the council chamber, they've gathered up a bunch of the bodies.
Mhm.
It seems like they are removing them like one by one as they are identifying them. And one body that they have not yet touched is that still kneeling, sort of blood-drenched skeleton of Ikora.
The one I looted.
The one you looted.
I would have definitely disturbed her body as I when I went to look through her shit, and as I get back to her, I just reach down and I'm gonna fucking pull out her femur.
You pull out her feet. It's not very difficult for you to grab and yoink, and it does disturb the rest of the remaining skeleton. Then it now finally slumps over in its entirety and sort of collapses into a heap of bones.
Sort of just
The
dust
blood
it off.
still feels warm. It's very uncomfortable.
Oh.
Dolus,
wipe off the
as you are wiping the bone off and being like, oh, this is all gross, you remember very clearly, obviously, cutting her head off and watching, it roll away. And your eyes kind of glance towards where it would have been. And I use that phrase because there is no skull there anymore.
Is there a dust?
Nope. There are, however, because of all of these vines and this sort of blood pool that has formed, a few boot prints that seem to just be there. Nobody walked into this blood. No one walked out of it. Like a pair of footprints appeared, something was disturbed, and then they were gone.
Interesting. Okay. How can I see how big are the footprints? Are they a
You can, and they are huge. They are big.
Okay.
This was an Atronon kind of sized person. This is a big dude.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, on a scale of Twink to Lachlan, how big is
Play rollies with me.
okay.
You
5.
probably win. You win 3. As you're sort of
We're
looking
not
at them
related
and
to that.
thinking about sizes, they're probably Matthias sized.
Cool. Well,
So you get the idea in this sort of moment of fuck, that you were not the only one who thought to come back and take a piece of this skeleton for your own uses.
yeah. Okay. I am also so like the red. The red vines, the Twizzlers on the wall. They're still there. They're still like
They are
bright
still
red.
there. It looks like the starlings have started like hacking away at some of them and pulling them away. They're just regular plants at this point, it seems.
Okay. But they're still red.
They are still red.
Okay, I'm just gonna like before I leave, try and just like grab a handful of the vines off the wall and like cut it off, just for whatever possible purpose in the future, just
Okay.
in case.
Make a quick nature check for me.
Nature, natural 20. Let's fucking go. That's
Whoa! You go to
Finally.
reach to grab, and you are just gonna grip it, and then you have a moment when you remember that all of those spikes that hit you started out as teeny tiny little like spines, and you stop, and you look really close, and you see a bunch of those little, almost like hairs, but you know that they are like spikes, and so you take extra caution to make sure your hand does not grab this plant as you cut it loose.
Awesome.
And you wrap it up so that no one is going to just palm it.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Well, I bag the vines and like I put the femur in my bag and it's like slightly sticking out. Take my cloak and sort of hold it over my side so that people don't see the fucking femur.
The bone bag.
Yeah, the bone bag. TM. I'll just sort of. I will walk around this sort of area. I'll like talk to Hush in my head, and I'll be like, any updates on like, orders, things we're supposed to be doing, things we're waiting on, etc.
We're at the boat. I think we're taking off soon. They said that we probably shouldn't go back into the capital.
Dolus, you stop standing in the fucking council chamber,
Why
surrounded by the corpses of the councilmen who are all dead and just the vines.
Why did they say that?
Astronaut, why can't we go on the council?
Laura might arrest you if she finds you.
Oh, Laura might arrest you if she finds you, so don't go in there.
Dolus has a moment, and then he's just like, okay, and then he's gonna like very over, like, to him,
real
he's
casual.
Well, no, he not at all. He thinks he's trying to be like sneaky, but he's like fucking like Pink Panther, like trying to tiptoe out of this building, like yeah, trying to not get arrested.
That's what's called a stealth
The
check.
starlings recognize you. They just think you're being fucking weird.
Okay. I'm like looking over my shoulder, like for Alora. And
You get out of the capital without encountering Alora.
Cool. Bye, capital.
And you head off. Twink, last but not least, you and Fagin arrive after moving through several crowds and panic and all sorts of chaos going on at a market that has recently been crushed by the body of an ancient red dragon. That a bunch of guards are now sort of beginning the process of tying up limbs so that they can start dragging this thing out. It's like, you ever see Pacific Rim, when the kaiju die and people start, it's like groups of people moving around, tying things, cutting things loose, clearing out rubble. And Fagin kind of just immediately like commands people out of the way. And then just takes a big step up onto its arm, and he looks back at you and he's like,
You wouldn't accept if I reached a hand down to help you up here, would you?
I'm fucking tired.
okay. And he takes your hand and he like,
Too tired.
he
for
doesn't
pride.
put you next to him on the leg. He hefts you all the way up onto the chest, and then he pulls himself up with you. There is a huge hole blasted in by your second shot. A slightly smaller but equally devastating hole from the first one. And as you guys kind of clamber over the remains of this thing's torso, there is the third hole that Lotus talked about. That is
The asshole.
There's a fourth hole.
And just like that, a third dragon appears.
It's a
this
black
dragon
dragon.
explodes. You are going to take 68
Basil?
D6s. It's like the size of a basketball. There is just a hole that is almost perfectly circular in this thing's chest. And as you look at it, it was definitely cut.
It was LeBron.
Like something slashed
James.
into this thing, almost surgically. And Fagin kind of like crouches over it.
Is that like
does
dragon worms?
kind of does a weird stretch out, and then he traces a line across his own chest, and then he kind of like with his finger draws a line across the dragon's chest. And then Twinkie watches, he's kind of like doing the measurements, and he goes,
Fucking knew it.
and he looks into the hole with you, and he's like, something cut out this fucking thing's heart.
Why?
I'm not a caster, but general knowledge I have about sort of these things I've fought before is that dragon scales are really good for armor.
Oh, fuck, I forgot. I pull out the
Dragon.
dagger and start getting a scale off.
Oh, what the fuck? Twink, this is a big revelation moment I was giving you.
Keep going, I'm listening.
As you're like sawing away at this thing's flesh, he's just like,
The horns and the claws are really good if you turn them into like weapons, if you refine them down. Most other organs are really good for spells and alchemy and shit. And this one's the best one for that.
The red dragon?
No, just the heart.
Oh.
And this is probably a pretty bloody job, right?
You would think, but like, I don't.
yeah, Twink, with your passive, with all your passives, there is no blood trail. There is blood around this opening. Something cut into it, and then it just is gone.
But like,
We should go check out the blue one.
you know, we probably should have done that first while we were there.
It's close to the airship, at least.
All right.
Did you get enough scales?
Yes.
Do you need any other trophies?
This is for Hush.
Does he need any other trophies?
This is what he's getting.
Okay, cool. Let's go.
He slides down the dragon.
See, I really
As
wanted a
we-
dragon heart, but it feels like there's probably
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
getting that right now.
This is awkward.
As you
Hush,
go to the blue one,
Twink, cut off heart for me.
you discover two things with this blue dragon. We'll kind of make it a little quicker.
This one, is there a second one?
with the blue dragon, it had one eye that you quickly notice, but that is some kind of old wound. It has been missing this one eye for quite some time. So you're like, okay, that wasn't something we did, but that's also old shit. Like, whatever. And then you move to its chest, and again, a perfectly surgically carved hole. And seemingly no signs of removal beyond it was cut out and is now gone.
How does this happen without anyone noticing?
My guess is teleportation.
I mean, sure, but also no one saw someone carving into the fucking dragon?
I mean, they might have. You want to ask the city of several 100,000 people?
Yeah, but it's just like, it's weird. Like, why is that? All right. Well, there's nothing we can really do about it.
I'll put out a bulletin to the guards if anybody hears about a dragon heart.
We're leaving.
I figured.
Cool. All right, it was good to see you.
Okay, that's it. That's it. No, no.
What did you expect here?
I don't know. You're bargaining for something, trying to you help, we help you, you help us, kind of thing. You tend to do that. Currently, the Empress, to my knowledge, is being revived.
And I want to be gone before they're awake again.
Well, I was saying Alora's busy reviving her, which means Atronon and I are the two highest figures on the most powerful nation on the planet. I just expected more bargaining.
Really?
Yeah, kinda.
Like kick you while you're down type shit?
Yeah, kinda.
Wow. That's how I come off to people?
Yes. Not in like a, I mean, in a dick way, but not in like a malicious way. Just in a, like, I might as well get my good, like, get going while the going's good kind of thing.
I'm gonna be real. My group kind of fucked that for me when they killed everybody.
Yeah, that was a pretty rough one.
So I think we're all square.
I'll call that. That's fine. Goes to like shake your hand. Alora might punch me again, but I'll call that. That's fine. Good luck with the end of the world.
Yeah, I feel like we'll see each other again.
Yeah, probably. But hey, the world's ending. I might as well help. I'm one of the people who lives here.
Fair. It's a good point you bring up. I'll remember that.
I'm gonna start handling guards and shit down here. I'll see you when I see you, Twink.
All right.
Thanks for all the help.
Thanks for the help from you too.
Of course. And he heads off.
I wait for him to get like a decent way away. I'll start carving another scale out of the blue one.
Let's go. Twink, as you're carving the scale of the blue one with your very high passive investigation, you kind of glance over near where this thing's leg was, and you see that it definitely crushed some guard.
Poor chap.
Tom.
Then you just keep carving.
Poor chap. Poor chap.
Oh man, that sucks.
Do I notice his dick in his hand?
You don't notice his dick in his hand.
I got a pretty high passive investigation.
Is his dick in his hand crying?
What remains of this person's body? You cannot tell if his dick was in his hand.
He has neither hand nor dick.
Somewhere.
Among the puddle of Tom, is there also a puddle of piss somewhere?
There is a destroyed bucket. Twink, you return to the airship. At similar time, Dolus, you fly down to the airship as everybody reconvenes on the deck.
All right.
Did Alina make it back too? You didn't mention her.
Alina did make it back.
How?
Alina came down the lift with you guys.
Okay.
What are you doing? What is this?
He's milking a cow.
Definitely on the lift.
I need to like do this though. I'm just kind of.
Well, yeah, you're
Actually,
poorly
more of like a-
milking.
it's-
I'm feeling the tools.
It's
Yo.
really phallic, but it really is more like this motion. It is. It's true.
cry.
I'm actually feeling 2 pairs that are at the supermarket.
Oh my god.
No,
No, what are you at?
store?
I was gonna say, I assume Alina noticed that I'm not Doc anymore.
Yes. She
Yeah,
she
and
didn't
so-
assume that it happened without you. She knows you have a potion to cause that, so she's not freaked.
Yeah, but Hick is, so she is definitely explaining everything all the way down.
Okay, so
Mostly because
Alina
Alina
is
is also
now-
the resident note taker.
Yeah, Alina is jotting a shit ton of notes about this now as you pull her aside and explain. And Hush, as Twink walks up the gangplank, you are just
Grab hand.
Did you get it?
No.
Did you? but
You
Dola
really
said-
thought?
Yeah. I did because you said I could have it and Dola said I could have it.
And so you think you just get the right to act like this?
Cleaning the city? Oh, you mean the grabbing hands?
That's very rude.
Welcome back to the ship.
Well, it's too late now. You've already done your damage.
I didn't do any damage.
You're still doing it.
I'm just like this.
I just have ADHD.
I'm just excited about the dragon that I banished and then we killed together. You didn't get the... Okay.
All right, so
Yeah.
Twink is like, how dare you be autistic? That's rude.
I will discipline that out of you.
Oh no.
Thanks,
Oh no. No.
She's all droopy and walks back to Lotus while still doing like the little crab hands.
All right, so me and Fagin went and checked out the dragons.
Uh-huh.
Their hearts are gone.
Well, I mean, you did blow
Oh, no.
a crater into one.
No, their hearts are gone.
Like taken.
That's what the cut
I
was?
don't know, but they're gone.
That's what the cut was.
Okay.
Hush,
Yes.
as the resident knower of monsters with your circlet.
The monster encyclopedia.
Oh.
Yeah,
Manual
as your
is what it's called.
as our monster manual. You are aware that when dragons die, their bodies are still so powerful, especially if they're old. Like the older a dragon is, the worse it is. Within mere days, the areas in which their bodies are will rapidly shift in terrain and climate and just become a reflection of like that kind of dragon.
Mhm.
So you would know that that's why the Hold Masters are getting the bodies out of the city as soon as they can,
Mhm.
because they don't want mid-tier to become like a sulfuric nightmare.
Mhm.
You also know that happens because every part of a dragon is filled to the fucking brim with magic. No part more so than 3 specific parts: the eyes, the heart, and there is a small part of their skull that is often used for rods and staves.
Missed opportunity, Cryo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just like, it's like, the heart is one of the big things that has a lot of magic in a dragon, and if a dragon dies, then the area around it starts to replicate it and become hot. Maybe-
I love the Hush spark notes like on the other page.
Yeah. He's translating
I also
it.
love this. Yeah, I literally like that was something that we all kind of had an idea of. You're telling us anyways. Again, after the Hold Masters told us.
Hush, you explain in your own lovely hushy way with your spark notes.
Yeah, you get the Hush spark notes.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep doing the crab hands because fuck you.
Except for
Hey man, I'm saying I loved
time.
it. I liked the spark notes. I appreciate it. Like I said earlier, I'm 5.
Whoever took it probably wanted the heavy magic in the heart.
Well, they got both of them. So
It was probably Martin. I went back to the Capitol building, and Ikora's skull was missing. Or sorry, Madame Tythe's skull was missing. I don't know her name. And there were two Matthias-sized boot prints in the mess of bloody sinews and vines, right where it should have been. And he did not walk there. It looks like he just was there and then wasn't.
Do you think that... Because he said that, like, whoever wins, whoever doesn't, he wins no matter what. Do you think that he sent the dragons at us for us to kill for him? So he could harvest the hearts?
no, I think he could definitely kill a dragon.
But
If he wanted a
could.
dragon dead, he would just kill a dragon.
I
Yeah,
think he
but-
wanted the dragons here to destroy the city, probably because it's on a ley line. But maybe... Alina, do you know anything about, like, what you could do specifically with a dragon's heart?
Give me 1 second. I have this in a notebook downstairs. And she just goes down the stairs. Like she's like, hang on, Hickory, I'll get back to you. And she just rushes off. Hickory, you are like, you have heard half of what's like going on over there, but you are still processing your own shit. So
Yeah.
you're just like, oh.
So, dragon heart missing,
Both dragon hearts missing.
and Ikora's skull gone.
Yes, probably Matthias, Martin.
Madame Tythe's skull gone. Shit.
Yeah. I
Okay.
wonder what her first name is.
I wonder.
Do you think it's Tithe?
Maybe it's Madam.
Maybe we should use legend lore on her bones to just find her name.
Please.
No, I don't know what that's a foreign word to me. Oh, I also while Alina's gone, I also on gathering that information, I picked up this. I pull out the fucking femur out of my bag.
What?
You picked the largest bone?
Yes. Yeah, it just seemed. It seemed.
It's just staring at me. It's like it's the first caught my eye.
I mean,
Just like I just seemed right in the moment. I sort of had a moment as I was sending messages around the city, and I was thinking, this Madame Tithe, who is presumably the Yubuan Blood Witch, has been alive for thousands of years, if the stories are true, and if this is who she is. And also, when I killed her, she whispered to me that she'll remember something for next time. So I have a feeling this is not the last we're going to see of her. So I grabbed this part of her, and I also have her hat in
Doc
my
took her coat.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
but so body parts, if I remember correctly, they are especially helpful in scrying. So I believe maybe we could, if she is coming back or coming back to life or is still alive, we could scry
Do like
on
a
her.
witch.
I think it, but we're assuming that that's her original body?
Well, sure, but I mean, maybe we could use the scry on her, and I don't know how it works. Like, maybe just having this
Yeah.
around would help, or
Well, I mean, I might still have some of the materials, but I could just.
I
We have
guess
the
my
mirror.
biggest concern is it gonna show us the dead body in the room?
right.
Would
We could test it.
Mhm.
Scry would
Yeah.
work then.
Do we have the mirror?
Yeah.
Do you have the mirror, Twink?
I mean, yeah.
That thing that we use
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah, I've had it for a long time, yeah.
Right. Do we want to wait until later or try now? Or...
I mean, does it matter?
I don't know. You always say to wait until
Yeah.
late. Okay.
All right. I'm gonna do the thing.
Okay.
I'm just like waiting to see if the mirror works because I like only use it like 3 times.
Twink, you're like, we're gonna do the thing, and the image, for a second, you are disappointed as it does seem to start shifting into the council chamber, and you're about to be like, yeah, it's just showed us the fucking body, and then it almost like The Ring, the video, how it kind of just glitches into other images. There is a flash. Every few moments, there is this just flicker of some wooden room with a fireplace. And in those quick little flashes, make a perception check at disadvantage for me, real quick.
Well, fuck.
Is only Twink making it because we're all looking at the mirror?
Twink, it's fine. You were making it a disadvantage anyway.
Why?
Oh, he has exhaustion.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
8.
Again, I ask.
I will say it's because Twink is the closest and gets the best look as it kind of flickers and flashes. Twink, you can't make out many details in this room as it keeps flickering, but there seems to be some sort of humanoid shape forming on the floor.
All right. Well, it didn't go to the body.
That's
what was that?
good.
What happened? I couldn't see.
Here, take a look.
Well, shit. Well,
Woo! Yeah. Everybody.
yeah, I mean, if you each pass the mirror around,
How long
just
does it
use-
last?
How
It's
does
like-
this? How,
It's like 10 minutes, I think.
it is. It's 10 minutes. You could try.
Yeah.
Pass it around the
So,
whole
yeah.
boat.
Taking the time. I mean, it's still rough to see.
Mhm.
But we might.
As
get
far
some
as
info.
like your perceptions all go, I think we all know where this is going.
That's right.
Lotus
Hickory.
definitely gets the best view, followed by Hickory. Lotus, I've made this joke 2 sessions in a row now, but you are somewhat familiar with anatomy as you have now dismembered several people. What you are seeing in those little flashes, Hickory as a cleric, you're also sort of familiar with anatomy study. You are definitely watching a circulatory system grow out of a skeleton on the floor. In those brief little flashes.
Hey, so I don't think that's how a baby is made.
What?
Cryo.
Mm-hmm. You don't know. You don't know.
No idea. No baseline.
Not something
Okay,
you've ever.
So then just let's go ahead and go here.
I'm like,
Just-
I'll say right off the rip, there's like several potential magical things that could cause
That's
this.
what I was more asking is like what
And
do
all of them are fucked, and you have no method of narrowing down which it is.
Do I? Is there any like? Did you say that a nervous system like is growing? Where is it growing from? Like, where is the source?
It's like it's coming from the bones themselves.
Oh, I see. Okay, awesome.
Like each
Epic
bone is
and
just
cool.
growing out
Yeah.
nerves and blood vessels that are tying into other ones. It's very slow. There is like almost no movement between images. It would take you guys watching for several minutes to realize that it is actively growing. You get the
So-
idea that if a new
Arguing.
body is being made, it is going to take several days, maybe
So-
maybe a
I
week.
think I know what she is.
You think you
Dead
know what she
or
is?
not. A skeleton.
Maybe a lich.
What's that?
They're really strong wizards that defy death, and you can't really kill them unless you kill the thing that is them. It's called a phylactery.
A what?
The thing that is them? Did we not kill the thing that was her just now?
No, because that won't kill her. It's like it's like her essence almost.
It's like crushing a elemental's core.
Kind of. Almost, but if she is a lich, she'll be able to come back every time unless her phylactery is destroyed.
Okay.
Well, we
But I don't know what it could be. It could be anything, really.
Well, I was saying earlier, if we have the bone, then it makes the odds that I can do this better. But I might still have the materials, and if we get a few more, I could potentially try and trace back who exactly Madame Tithe is.
You-
Praise back.
You said that she's really old, right?
Well, the story of the Blood Witch of Viewboy is old. And if she is that person, which this seems to be more evidence of thus, then yes.
I don't know. This is just speaking out loud. But the things that she had, like the weird tendrils.
Speaking out loud, LMAO, hush.
Thanks. They reminded me of a flower that was on Croyanthus.
Is a flower that, like, pull out the these vines?
Cryo? Similar?
Yes, it's identical except for the fact that it's blood red.
Yeah, they're almost identical except it's like blood. So and she's with Martin.
Well, if they were on Croyat, I mean, that is an interesting thing to think about, but also remember, if it was on Croyatus, it probably was also on Uboa. So,
Yeah. So
it
she
might
could
still
be.
be on Uboa.
But if I can
Yeah,
use
the phylactery could be on Uboa.
if I use legend lore, I could possibly find out where it is.
Maybe.
That is to say, if she is a lich, because there's other things that are able to not be destroyed, but it's
Of
Can we
which-
find out more
God.
of what
Yeah.
she is?
Yeah, it was
Above the table, real quick. As you guys sort of process, you all kind of come to the conclusion with sort of Martin and hers cutting and you're beating her. And the knowledge you have right now, you're not gonna really be able to figure anything else out in this moment unless Hick
Yeah.
does legend lore. And even if you do, it's like Ikora is currently, to your knowledge, a skeleton you know, on a floor somewhere.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things that you're like,
we can't really dig any.
you can't really do anything right now other than theorize.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't even have the incense right now. Which
Yes.
cryo?
Less of a blood witch.
I would
more of a
check my
blood lich.
inventory.
More
You
of a
checked
what?
your inventory? Oh, it's a good thing I haven't updated your inventory yet.
A blood lich.
Up the stairs, Alina comes back with a big notebook, one of the ones you've seen her carrying around all the time. It was one of her ones from school, and she immediately flips to a highly detailed chapter on dragons. It seems like she took extra notes because they are elemental creatures by their nature, and that's her shtick.
Would Annie be considered an elemental creature by nature?
Yes,
Cool.
currently only one element.
Yeah. Dragons are always one element too.
I mean, Eladrin are kind of elfaments.
You know what?
Elfaments.
Alphemus?
The thing you just made
Elfaments.
up.
They're
Second son?
elf elements.
Alphemus.
Cryo,
Careful.
just to clarify,
Elephants.
I didn't mean I checked it. I meant Hick checked her bag to see what she had for legend lore.
Oh, to see what she had for legend lore?
Yes.
Yeah, he's implying that she would maybe see if something was missing. Be taken out.
I mean, if you're looking for the stuff for legend lore, you have all of it.
Even the incense? Shit. I do still have another block of incense.
Yeah, you do. You do. You have everything you need for legend lore. You were like, I don't have any what I need. That is not true.
It's not true. It's not.
Yeah. So yeah, you have everything you need for legend lore.
Well, at least they didn't take any of that.
Alina gets to what dragon body parts can be used for. And her specific notes that she specifies she took verbatim from one of the textbooks is that a dragon's heart serves as the natural core of the greatest megafauna on the planet. A dragon's heart can be used to power any number of rituals and spells. However, none who are, ironically, faint of heart should use it, as it can have disastrous consequences if done incorrectly.
Hear me out. They can have disastrous consequences, like blowing up a ley line?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
And we've dismantled a railgun, a bomb that would shatter an entire city. So he's kind of running out of ammo.
What if when he said whoever loses, he wins, he didn't just mean Ikora, he also meant the dragons? Because if we lost, they destroyed a ley line. And if we won, he can just take their hearts and use them.
I called it. He wanted us to fight them and kill them. Because he could take the heart.
I don't know why he wants Ikora's skull. I don't know if that's related. Like just
He wanted
to
two birds with one stone. A couple birds with one stone.
I mean, maybe he wanted her skull for the same reason I took her femur, to see when she comes back.
You
if
took her
she is-
femur?
Oh, yeah, you missed that.
Oh god. Oh, it's bloody still.
I wiped off a lot of it.
She Prestos
You mean-
it clean.
Oh. No, wait, don't do that. That might take away from its effect.
Oh god. Lorelai calls out to you all that the
Counterspell.
ship is ready to go. She kind of specifically singles out Twink and is like, "Are we good?"
Atronon did say he'd send for Alora to talk to us before we left.
I need a
Talk to Alora before we leave.
Lotus, what?
I still have her badge because I thought
Oh, we still have their badges.
Yeah. Still wanted to go get a dragon skull.
You think they could just replace those like easily? Maybe we could just keep them.
Probably,
No,
but I
no,
think you
they'll
would make
definitely
good faith.
hunt us down.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say it would make for good faith for us to actually return them and not take their badges.
Well, yes, but also we would get hunted down if we didn't.
Do you want me
Yeah.
to
You know what we
send
could
to
do?
Alora?
Huh.
We can take off, and while we're leaving, Lotus can just throw them to the big guy.
Oh, wait.
Fine. Lorelai just like slumps over the helm. You guys wait like another 20 minutes. Alina goes over more and more notes with Hickory. All of you have various chances to sort of breathe. And then, sure enough, walking onto the deck is Alora. She does not wave back.
This is yours.
Thank you. And she takes
This is Fagin's.
Of course. Takes it.
How's the Empress?
Alive, breathing, injured, dehydrated.
No.
It will be a long road of recovery, and in the meantime, the council is halved, We are down a hold master. The other one is bound to be here in several days. And the city is half burnt.
So, probably not a good time to give more bad news.
Now is the best time to give me any more bad news because I am so far in the hole that it will not hurt any further.
All right. The city might blow up.
Why?
You know about Sanctuary?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why Sanctuary happened?
No.
Okay. Martin wanted to destroy the tree there.
Ian, get closer.
So Martin wanted to destroy the tree there
Okay.
because it was a ley line.
Right. Martin is bringing about the end of days. Also is a dream demon who has now possessed the king of Yubua who was presumed dead.
Mm-hmm.
We're the city is
On a ley line, yes, I'm aware.
so
I
he
can
has
have the
two
court
dragon
meet.
hearts.
Ah. I can have all of the court mages begin searching for dragon hearts. Something with that much magical power should be
Cryo,
quite readily detectable.
would Fairmont and I know of any like locations in the city that would have been kind of tree-esque?
Oh, like ley-lined points?
Yeah, like like we would have known to say like, hey, that's like a lot of magic like coming from there. Like
The
we would have
mountain
never thought of
itself.
anything of it, but
Like,
we spent
if you
a lot of
ever
time there.
read into ley lines in this area, the mountain itself serves as like a key ley line. So there is no specific point in the city. It's just the existence of the city in the mountain. So
Okay.
I will say, as far as structurally speaking goes, there are places in the caverns you would know that, like, if you were going to blow up Altairi, not that you've ever thought about it, but if you were going to do it,
Yeah, never.
that's
never
how.
I mean, so like, we got to think about where he would,
Deploy them. I take it that a renegade artificer prodigy who served the city for many years would not at all know several weak points of my city.
I would have never illegally looked at the blueprints of the city and thought about things like that.
And I'm sure you wouldn't mind jotting them down quickly.
Would you rather just check them out?
I would like to check them all out, which is why I would like for you to write them down while I face away for plausible deniability.
Okay.
Maybe
Turns around.
not having them all go for looking for it. Maybe have some of the mages already begin preparing to contain or combat the explosion itself, because what we have learned also in learning about the removal of the dragon hearts and various footprints and evidence is that Martin is, who was Martin, now Matthias, has the ability to sort of appear and disappear at places at will. So he could be really anywhere, probably.
I might have narrowed it down.
Yes?
Well, there's a reason I think that the academy is no longer standing. There's 3 points near there that would be good points. Funnily enough, the capital itself isn't actually, like, the building's not even one of the points.
That makes sense. I would hope it's not a structural weak point.
Oh no, I think it's because it's so far out of the way of everything else, it's just kind of useless.
I appreciate your architectural opinion.
Anyways, here you go.
Takes it and just... I will get everyone on this. Straight away.
We're
Those who are not
leaving.
actively removing a dragon body. Yes, I heard you are leaving. I came to intercept you. What a shame that I will be late.
Yeah, unfortunate. Atronon also tried really hard, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Only the best. There is one more thing. The Blue Dragon. Red Dragon went straight for the Academy. The Blue Dragon went straight for Martin's previous address of residence.
Huh?
Seems it bored a hole straight down into some previously defended vault. If it hadn't done such a thing, you never would have been able to teleport in or scry in or even know that that vault was there. Especially if you didn't have access to his home.
Ah.
I take it was another stop on his farewell tour.
Yeah.
Adds up.
More to think about.
So, can you give us a second? Yep.
She steps away.
Are we staying or are we going?
Where would we go?
We'd go back to Twingtania to start, and then to Dragonlost. Or we could maybe not let what happened to Sanctuary happen here. Or perhaps the exact same thing happens and we're still here.
Lotus,
Yeah.
you really want to go to Dragonlance, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, if it means being able to save a whole city, even if they're racist.
They're not all racist. It's just the leaders that are racist.
Right, but
Working against
Even
your
if-
case.
even if the leaders of the city are racist, like, this is still a ley line. This is part of, Martin will have to come back at some point and...
I just don't know what should I say? Like, what we can do specifically here to help? Like, even if Martin shows up one day and blows up the city with 2 dragon hearts.
Right, but what are the odds that he's still here? Like, I'm sure the timeline was for the dragons to do what he needed them to do, and we stopped the dragons, so I'm sure he's not just gonna go, fuck it, I'll do it in 3 weeks.
True.
I could
Leaving this one up to you guys.
We have more resources here, but if he can be anywhere whenever he wants, he could have just gone to Dragonlost, and he's using the hearts to get to that.
Could have, but we can't get there in time for that no matter what. We're already here. When I say stay, I mean we look around, we check these locations out. We see nothing, we go. I'm not gonna wait around for something to happen.
I mean, I guess it wouldn't hurt looking.
Now, this all said, Laura might just tell us to fuck off.
Yeah, dude, I was gonna say. we should
I'm just
maybe
saying,
see if she
definitely,
wants
but
to.
I don't want to offer and throw us all into something.
Right.
I mean, if
Appreciate
anything, we, as a team, are pretty fast, so maybe.
And
we
I
can-
know exactly where all those spots are.
Yeah, so maybe we can at least help with the beginning of defending or creating some form of defense. Speed up the process, at least the beginning part, a little bit.
There's no defending. It's either we stop the detonations or that city's gone.
I vote that we stay here. I vote that we do what we can and then we leave. Even if we can only do a little bit.
It's worth offering.
Also, if we have Delilah with us, I don't know if she's gonna stay, or how long she's gonna stay with us. But if we can
Wait. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. You just had a great idea, though. We could definitely offer one of the hearts to Delilah if we find them.
That's true.
She would
I was
like a
gonna say
dragon heart.
that helps with my point I was gonna make with if we can convince her to stay with us and we end up going to Dragonlost. Something starts happening here. We get Delilah to teleport us back to Altair, and so we can go for rapid response trying to help. With the promise of a dragon heart, I think maybe we could, or two.
Oh, wait. What's the teleport? What? Why are we teleporting?
If we go to Dragonlost,
Uh-huh.
and then something starts happening here, like some doomsday event,
Right.
if we have Delilah with us, we can ask her to teleport us here.
Why would we?
To hell.
Wouldn't. Okay.
That is to save
You mean
Delilah's
if we
okay
don't
to-
find anything? Like as
Yeah.
a future?
Yeah.
Oh. All right, cool. Yeah, no, I can get behind that.
So,
Oh, and by no means do any of us tell Delilah that Martin is in Matthias's body.
I think it.
By no means. By no means do we tell her. She's gonna find out. We do not tell her.
But do you think it's a bad idea for her to find out when he's staring her down, threatening to kill her?
Absolutely. I think it's a worse idea for one of us to tell her and she blow the whole fucking ship up.
what if she asks?
She will never know that we know.
I
then
don't.
if
She
I
doesn't
look
know that
over-
we saw Martin. She doesn't know that.
I look over at Lotus and I'm like, some of us are really bad at lying. If it came down to that.
Of all my
Okay,
my
we'll
lips
solve
are
this problem
shut.
later. I gotta go talk to Allure. So we're all on board. We're gonna stick around for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we can.
Unless she tells us to fuck off.
All right. Sorry about
I listened
that.
to all of that.
Fuck.
Mm.
So,
Wait, what did she say?
I listened to all of that.
Oh, bitch.
Like Twink turns around and his returned to like the spot she was standing in before he said, "Can we have a moment?"
so
I wasn't going to just let you conspire here quietly.
I wasn't conspiring.
It was kind of conspiring. It might not have been conspiring for ill gain, but it was kind of conspiring.
Was it though?
Conspiring is to plan in secrecy.
I was not planning in secrecy. I was planning with my public group here.
They were all witness.
She kind of just stands up a little straighter, looks down at you, and just... You can stay a day.
I'll be real, I kind of want to stay a whole day, but we'll help out the rest of today, and then we're leaving tonight.
Oh, we have to do it today. I wanted to rest.
No, we have to do it today.
I'm EP.
I will send my team. She unfurls like the notes you gave her. I will send my teams to here, and Twinktania's finest can handle the others.
All right.
Maybe we should at least try and take a rest of like a shorter rest, maybe
But
a short rest of some sort, to sort of gather ourselves. A lot of us are very injured, just sort of.
I almost died.
Exactly.
I
need
don't
to
have time
rest.
to waste. Because if we're all here resting when the fucking place explodes, we die.
But if we're too tired and ill-begotten to do anything,
And we have a chance to live.
Okay.
Can we please rest for like an hour or two? I have no magic left in me.
You guys can do whatever you like. I'm going to the first spot.
I'm with you, Twink.
Me too. I'm perfectly
no.
fine.
If somebody carries me, I'll be fine.
We'll carry you.
Yes!
Annie, what are you doing? Are you coming? Are you helping?
Yes, are you carrying me?
I didn't know you wanted that, but sure I can.
All right.
Don't you have a broom? No, I'm not carrying you. You have a broom of flying.
True.
Tell me, Blue Witch, your broom of flying, and the various illusion magic I've seen you use, does that have anything to do with rumors of me flying around mid-tier the other day while I was bringing everyone into prison?
Yes.
Well, you are honest, at least. And she just turns and walks off.
You know, honesty is the best policy, they say.
All right, everybody is heading out.
Yep.
Okay.
Who are we
get my
bringing
dragon
with us? Do
scale.
we get any
I'll
bonuses?
carry Alina.
I was going to say to you, I mean, Alina will come along.
Yeah.
She is currently, like, fuck all for spell slots.
Well,
But she is willing to come along. She can still ritual cast a few things.
Should maybe Twink go with Annie on the broom so we can all fly over?
Well, as we're kind of getting ready, Hickory just kind of has a moment and goes, "You know who's probably really good at finding hearts?" And she just peeks over at Lorelai.
Lorelai, as you say it and look over, Lorelai is staring dead at you. Points at her ears.
Right. Would you like
She's like
to come
15
with
feet
us?
away, but she just...
Would you like to come with us? Okay.
But I will.
All right.
Steps around.
she's like
I owe you?
slumped as all hell in Lotus's arms.
Just say I owe you.
Yeah.
You're like, I owe you, and she's like, you all owe me. A lot.
It's
For
true.
a while.
Yeah.
This kind of all started because you owe me. Moving on. And she keeps walking.
Hickory,
Funny how that
having
works.
no idea what the fuck that's talking about.
And away you all go. You follow Twink's various directions, heading to points in Altairi, most of them subterranean, as the sort of hearts of the city and the structural strong points are, of course, going to be underground. You learn a little bit about Altairi in this time. Mid-tier, as you guys know it, this sort of raised plateau that it is built on, was built. It was used to be hills. And then over the course of centuries, they constructed a massive plateau that they built mid-tier on. And then they built top tier into the side of the mountain. So a whole 50% of this city was lifted hundreds of feet up into the air, basically. It also led to a lot of that plateau being hollow and having various structural points that Twink has pointed out. Like Lotus said, your group is fast. You guys are able to go point to point quite quickly, searching them. At no point does Lorelai sort of hound dog trigger in any of these locations with any sense of a dragon or organs of a dragon. I will say we can, even if you guys make passives or active investigations, each of these points, as you spend time digging through them, you don't find signs of Martin or anybody messing with them. Yo!
Is that
Hey!
Lorelai?
We do
sounding
find a
wrong?
cat.
I heard, man.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Stop! That'll be great. Everybody will love that bit. You guys spend the rest of the day into the early evening traveling through the underground of Altairi to these various places. And your last stop, as you have started at mid-tier and sort of worked your way under and then up and then back out, is the former Academy of High Magic, which is now in kind of, it's rubble. There's remains of towers and stained glass and a courtyard, but it's all burnt or damaged at this point. Like it was sort of alluded to earlier, this was the world's collection of like some of the greatest magic knowledge that has ever been, and it's gone. Twink, you're kind of disappointed to see it go, mainly from an architectural standpoint. It was a really nice building. The dragon really definitely intentionally had to try to fuck it up. It was a really sound building.
Am I there with Twink since it was like thrown out there like that I was flying him around? Okay.
Yeah.
Want to steal some of the books?
What?
Just lying here.
If you sift through the rubble, you might be able to find books.
I'm not sure that should be our priority at the moment, Annie.
Okay.
But if you happen to see some, feel free.
Annie, make an investigation check.
With that killer intelligence.
I keep forgetting I'm -2. Fuck. I mean, I rolled pretty high though. That's 14.
14. Roll me a d12.
Find a book on anatomy.
I don't remember which one's the 12.
Yeah. You find a book on gods and genies.
Okay, I think I got.
Find a book titled Lotus and Dolus Adventures.
Lucky number 7.
The Lotus.
Shit.
Lucky number 7.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 1 second. You find a book titled The Throne of the Abyss, detailing demonic magics related to the King of Demons, Tia Nocturne.
Demonic magic. Puts it away.
Demonic magics, wow, this is useless. Alfie, so many cats.
So Academy is also just a non-starter.
The Academy is also a non-starter. There are no signs of dragon presence aside from the 2 corpses, which Lorelei does confirm for you guys as you come to this stop. With the Academy destroyed widely, you can now see out, sort of, into the city, which the fires are all out. Some smoke remains here and there. There's clearly destruction, but all in all, like, as now the sun is beginning to set in the distance, the city is, I mean, it's rough, but seems fine in the long-term sense of things.
Well, we gave it a shot.
When we get back, I can try and see if maybe Martin has something lined up for Dragon Lost.
Lotus.
Oh.
Twink, say what you were going to say. I apologize.
I was going to say, was rudely interrupted. No, I'm kidding.
My fault.
Well, we'll have plenty of time for that while we're making our journey there.
Yeah.
Annie, with your knowledge of the Astral Pass, you do know that there is one not too far from Altairi. It was the other option if you guys wanted to fly here other than the one in the south. So it would have, when you were originally going to Saracen or Pitloom, it would have gotten you there slower, but now that you're coming from Altairi, it will be faster than going back the way you came.
I'll mention that. We should take it. Faster.
Gotcha.
As I was rudely interrupting, Lotus, you hear a familiar voice pipe up from your bag as your sending spoon begins talking. a message comes through from none other than the Princess of Dragonlost herself. Maya says, "Hi, Lotus. Hope today was better. I've got news. I think we found your dad. And I think he's trying to kill me." And that is the message you get.
I was really expecting it, and that's where we're gonna end the session.
Honestly.
Just looking at the rest, just because she just doesn't know how to respond.
Let's get on the boat. Let's get on the boat.
Eyes.
We are on the boat. Oh no, we're not. We didn't.
No, we're not.
Yeah, you're up by the academy.
I forgot. I forgot. I just always assume if we're all together, it's on the boat.
Okay, Lotus, ask for details. We're gonna get on the boat and we're gonna go to Dragonlost now.
Why would she ask for details? She can't get back to her.
That's
Crap.
true.
Hush, ask for details. No, Alina, ask for details.
I'm spent.
All right,
You can ask for detail. Wait, I don't know. I've never met them.
We'll have to ask for more tomorrow.
Tell her we're on our way.
Okay, Maya. We're on our way as fast as we're able to. Please stay safe and tell us more tomorrow.
Got like 7 more words.
All right. You all head back to the ship.
Quickly.
You give your quick report to Alora, who meets you there. She says her goodbyes, definitely second-handedly kind of being like, it's a shame I wasn't able to arrest you. All right, on you go. Just like still keeping up the just like, yep, not letting the criminals go. They just escaped.
Oh no.
Oh no, what a shame.
Are we still deputized?
No.
Oh, okay.
Can I keep my license?
You shouldn't have asked that. Now she's gonna take away your license. Go, 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 go.
Smoke bomb. It just looks at you, and then just Lorelai just pulls the lever, and the shit backs that. And then she pops the wings out and chases out. No, I'm kidding.
Give that license.
Take off away from Altair. It's sort of illuminated in the stretching shadows of the sunset. You head off over the mountains, actually, towards the nearest astral path entrance that will take you, again, it can take you back to the sort of the nexus near Twinktania. So, Annie, Pulse, I need a password.
Where are we heading again?
We're going from the mountains back out into over the open ocean.
So from the mountains to the ocean.
Yeah, near Twinktania.
Hickory is nearby. I'm still writing these down as I learn them.
Mountanus to Oceanus.
It's like two. It's like the Latin two with like the U.
Like, you can be a little more fantastical. You don't have to be literal.
Well, no, this is more fantastical because one of them was literally just portal.
Yeah, so we have Aeona Paroma Astra ad Astra Nomine, Portal, Desertus Skirtus, and Mountainous to Oceanus.
Oh yeah, I don't know if Ian was there.
That's the first I've heard that.
Desertus
Yeah, so to get from Twinktania to the southern peninsula of Esp is Desertus Skirtus, and this is Mountanus to Oceanus.
Okay.
So yeah, so you guys you got after flying for a few hours into the you are into the night now. Annie, as you approach, walks to the bow of the ship, shouts momentously, Montanus to Oceanus, and there is that same now familiar boom as that shape appears in the sky ahead of you, and you all feel the whiplash of traveling through the astral path. And as you guys shoot back out into the night sky over the ocean that you know to be near Twinktania, and as you are prepared to sort of take your rest before what is sure to be another chaotic, as you will either be preparing to set out towards, or you will be setting out towards Dragonlost. In this moment, under the stars, this nice sort of cool, crisp air, you guys think back on this city that you helped save today, all the chaos that sort of happened and all the things that are occurring now. You take just a really deep breath, and that is where we are going to end our session today.
I thought you were about to say level up. I was like, bro, I just made those new ones.
We power leveling, boy.
I didn't get the dragon.
I mean, 2 ancient dragons was fucking pretty close to it.
I mean,
A lot of XP.
and a Starlost.
We kind of, I don't know, do we count that?
Get the dragon
You didn't get
Thank
your
you
dragon
all
skill because
so
you were
much.
rude.
For watching.
You're rude.
You haven't gotten on me yet.
You told him you don't have them.
I know, it's great.
Lacey! Double cats.
Yes, he told how he doesn't have them. Why are you sad? You know he has them.
I wanted to do something with them.
Thank you all so much for watching. This was a great session of Starlost Seas. I can't wait for next week when we get to fun Twinktanian shenanigans again. It's always fun when we Twinktania. Never stressful whatsoever.
No.
I can't wait to see it myself. And if you can't wait to see it, you can watch it early if you go support us on our Ko-fi. It lets us pay our editor Marcy so she can have food to eat. Marcy, you like to eat, right?
You can leave
I
an
hope
editor's
so.
note,
Please
Marcy,
leave.
just right in the corner. Sorry, audio listeners.
Happy birthday, Mercy.
If you're listening on Spotify, hey, how you doing?
What up?
Anyways, that episode just now had another Ko-fi NPC. So if you are a captain, for those of you who do not know, you get to throw an NPC of your own creation into Starlost, and I will put them in somewhere. Abigail, the lovely tiefling who appeared previously, actually a changeling.
Go figure.
Brought to us by Ruin Skrios, who specified that they had 2 forms, one a Caucasian man and another a purple-blue tiefling who's very flirty. And
You
so,
robbed me.
yes,
Thank
they
you for
robbed
robbing them.
They robbed you.
If this is not, this is the epitome of Cryo's Dice hate me because I got the Ko-fi NPC. They successfully robbed me. Like it's a beautiful thing, and you're gonna you Ko-fi captains. You
Good job,
relish,
Rio. Good job,
relish
Ruin.
in this.
Let's go!
You robbed Hickory. Good job. All right,
Anyway.
now a proper goodbye. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.